You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Heartbreak on this floor nearly a year ago is almost unrecognizable now to the naked eye. The Cardinals steamrolled through the regular season, notching 17 wins and a conference regular season title, and now a semifinal date with the Toledo Rockets. 365 days ago to this day, the Cardinals ended Toledo's season in the MAC quarterfinals of the 2024 tournament. Now, in 25, they look to write new history, and it's time for that. Welcome live from the floor of the Stroh Center in beautiful Bowling Green, Ohio, where the MAC semifinals between the 4-seeded Rockets and the number 1-seeded Ball State Cardinals is under 8 minutes to go. Sam Klug alongside Dylan Budd to take you the way here today. Dylan, we saw some action yesterday, a thriller in the first game and an upset in match number 2.
And that's the beauty of action, Sam. The second game that we got to watch after our Toledo game against Miami was a shocking upset of the Bowling Green State Falcons, topping the Ohio Bobcats, who had been ridiculous to end the year. And then the game before that was Toledo against Miami. That was just such a marathon of a game. It was so back and forth. I think the largest margin at any point before Toledo ran away with it in set 5 might have been just 3 points. It was so back and forth. There were so many lead changes, especially in that set 4. And that's just the beauty of action. Anyone can beat anyone at any time, any place. And we saw that last night, and it becomes even more prevalent come postseason time.
Yeah, you talk about really only being a 3-point difference. I mean, they were even backed up to their backs there at the end. They were losing 11-10 to Miami. Toledo was, and a chance to get eliminated in round number 1, but they make it to the semifinals. And yeah, what a day, but now there's some history between these two teams. I mentioned it in the open last season. The Cardinals ended their season, but they've played 2 other times before and a plethora of times, including twice this season.
Yeah, before last year, these two teams had split their postseason appearances, so the Cardinals are 2-1 come postseason time against Toledo, 79-12 all-time, including winning the last 3 straight, 2 of those being in this regular season, and then the last one being, as you said, exactly a calendar year ago, beating them in the MAC quarterfinals. Now they find themselves crossing paths again in the MAC semifinals. Head coach Kelly Miller-Phillips, 16-5 in her career against Toledo, 1-0 in the playoffs after last year.
And now, again, this year they beat them twice in Worthen. One time 3-2, the next time 3-1. Handled them pretty solidly, but again, in for more today. This is win or go home. This is do or die. The stakes are high in this game.
Well, and I understand that Ball State beat them twice, and it's a credit to how good this Cardinal squad is. But when you look at statistically how Toledo is and looking at their roster in full on paper, Sam, this is a really freaking scary team. They're first in points, first in service aces, which, oh, by the way, is the most in the country out of any team in Division I volleyball. They're second in attack percentage to only Ball State. They have the lowest opponent attack percentage, the 15th lowest in the nation, lowest in total blocks from their opponent, the second least opponent kills and assists. Not only are they stout on offense, especially at that service line, but they have such a strong net presence on defense that really makes it such a tough test for an offense even as good as Ball State's.
Speaking of the season and Ball State, let's take a look at some of their season awards. They pretty much swept every award. They won Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, Co-Setter of the Year, and had a plethora of first-team All-MAC recipients. I mean, break it down for us. We can start with Kelly Miller-Phillips winning her 3rd MAC Coach of the Year.
Yeah, this is her 3rd, like you said. The other times they won it were in 2021 and the year after in 22. So just to build some perspective, they were regular season champs in 21 and then MAC champions later in the postseason. In 22, they lost the MAC championship to Bowling Green. So either way, when KMP wins Coach of the Year, they at least find themselves in the championship, just 1-1 in that scenario. but this is the second time that KMP has won Coach of the Year, and this team has been regular season champions. And I know that's specific of me to say, and it's a little bit of a cherry-picked stat, but it just goes to show how good these Cardinal squads have been in the past, and this one is no different. They have one goal and one goal only, to have more hardware in Coach Miller Phillips' office.
And now we move to the Player of the Year. Of pretty much all season, she was #1 in pretty much every offensive category, but she finishes first in kills, points, and points per set. That, of course, is Carson Tyler, who won Freshman of the Year last year and now leads it up with a Player of the Year.
Yeah, Freshman of the Year last year, first team All-MAC, all freshman last year, now again first team All-MAC, and then Player of the Year. All year I've gotten the chance to call her, and it's just been so much fun. And the thing I keep coming back to is who else but Carson Tyler. When the Cardinals are in a jam, when the Cardinals are in dire straits, the move is always to go to her. Everybody on the floor knows that Carson Tyler is going to get double-digit attacks over and over and over again, and yet you still can't stop it. There's just not much you can do if you're a defender against her. She's incredible and almost unstoppable.
We talked a little bit about it off air, but you kind of mentioned I didn't think she could get much better. Like, she was fantastic last year, but yet she's improved pretty much in every category of her game, and she's outstanding, like you said, this year.
Certainly 491 kills in the regular season, one of the best numbers in program history in a single season. It's first in the MAC and 7th in total kills in the nation. Also has 305 digs, so she's a great defender as well. Then you might say, okay, how about her net presence? She's got 50 total blocks. Okay, the next question, how about her serving? 36 service aces, 26 of them being in the MAC, the second most out of any player in conference play. Okay, maybe there's an issue with her reception. She just has 24 reception errors. For an outside hitter, that is not that sizable of an amount. There really just isn't much of a blemish, and the fact that she just continuously gets better just goes to show. I mean, she's only a sophomore, Sam. Like, this is a really scary player to play against.
Indeed it is, and now on the Rockets side, someone who could stifle the Carson Tyler attack. We're going to look at Grace Freiberger, the 2025 MAC Defensive Player of the Year. She was the first Rocket ever to win the award since its inception in 2006. Really been fantastic in all facets. She's good from the service line, but 567 digs is where she gets the award from.
Well, when you ask a defensive specialist, especially a starting one, about the ideal amount of digs that they want in a season, is about 200. Freiberger has 539 in the regular season, 12th most in the nation, first in the MAC, 44 service aces, tops the MAC as well. It's very clear she is the best defender in the Mid-American Conference, and now she has something tangible to prove it.
Indeed she does. That's going to do it for our Ball State Sports Link Women's Volleyball pregame show, live from the Mid-American Conference Tournament. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will have starting lineups and a short time until first serve. You're listening to Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, you know, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, you know, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive car dock maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
You're listening to Ball State Volleyball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
And that arena is indeed the Stroh Center. It's the MAC Women's Volleyball Conference Tournament. Dylan, we're back as the starters get introduced from either side. It looks like we're starting with the Toledo Rockets. They're obviously the 4th seed, and the lower seed, technically the visiting team today. But now we're going to go to impact players. Let's start with the team that's being introduced, the Toledo Rockets.
Well, I have to look at the libero, Grace Freiberger. We can wax poetic about how much of a defensive impact she's had on this squad. And when you look at Ball State, the big thing that jumps out way off of the page is their offense. They've got pin hitters from the top to the bottom of their roster, even 3 of them that have had some injury-riddled history, and yet they still lead the way in the MAC in kills, in attack percentage, in pretty much everything offensively. Freiberger's going to need a very big game to weather the storm of all of these Cardinal weapons.
Indeed, and now to the number 1 seeded Cardinals. Who's going to need to step up like they have all season?
Well, there's a very specific play that the Cardinals run a lot, and it's the slide action. And generally, it's to Cam Weiss, the middle hitter. And she hasn't had a very prolific history against Toledo. 24 kills and 17 total blocks, sure, but in 7 games, hitting percentage of .207, and for reference, she has an attack percentage of almost .400 this season. It tops the way in the Mid-American Conference, so she's going to have to be efficient today, and she's the one that's getting a lot of those attacks on the slide. But Toledo completely shut down Gentry Warwick and their use of the slide action. If Coach KMP in this offense can find a way to utilize Cam Weiss, I think that's the thing that officially puts them over the top today.
Yeah, we talked about how Toledo really has 2 huge blockers up front in Sierra Pertzborn and Kayla Ozanich. But again, they're going to go to that middle attack with Cam Weiss, who leads the MAC in hitting percentage. Kind of a sneak attack. The middle gets open a lot, so you might see them.
I'm glad you mentioned Sierra Pertzborn because she has such a defensive presence. She won 2nd team All-MAC, and frankly, I'm kind of shocked that she didn't win 1st team All-MAC. The defensive presence that she has up front is ridiculous. 128 total blocks, 3rd in the MAC to program legends of Gentry Warwick and Brusek of Western Michigan. For her to be at the heels of 2 really notable names in respective programs in the conference just goes to show how great she is. And you know, I expect a really big game from her today up in the middle. She does a great job of ranging around the floor at 6'3", has some great reach to her as well. And she's just a redshirt sophomore as well. So we talk in circles about how good this talent has been on either side, and none of them are seniors. We get the honor of seeing them for that much more time.
Indeed, and something cool that doesn't happen at most games here, as these lineups are actually taking some time to introduce every player on the roster, which is kind of cool because not everybody gets sets played. I mean, you look at both rosters, there's injuries, there's bench players, but they still get the cool PA introduction they don't get at home or away games.
Well, it's because the playoffs are that much more different. You want every single player to be recognized for their contribution to this team, for finding their way into a stage as big as the MAC Women's Volleyball Tournament. And Bowling Green has been such great hosts in our limited time here. We just showed up a couple hours ago, but you know, the hospitality room has been so nice, and you know, they've brought the spotlight out for all of these players, bench or starters. You know, you have to appreciate the gesture from these Bowling Green State Falcons. They are they're humble and kind, and you got to appreciate that as we do, being, you know, a little farther away, just 2.5 hours away from here down in Muncie, Indiana, and we're certainly grateful for their graciousness.
Now let's go over the starters. It's going to be Heitkamp, Kostlow, Smith, Alford, Catalano, Pertzborn, and the libero Grace Freiberger. And then on the Ball State side, it will be Green, Van Ort, Snook, Kroll, Weiss, Tyler, and Sophie Ledbetter at the libero position. Cardinals wearing their white jerseys, black shorts with red trim lettering. And the Rockets in the navy blue shirt and shorts with gold trim and gold lettering. As we continue to introduce here.
I love that Toledo calls them midnight blue. You know, I understand that it does look like navy, but whatever it is, midnight blue, navy, whichever, whatever, those are some really clean uniforms, Sam. I like those.
The uniform matchup today is pristine on either side. Our officials for today, referee 1, Stacy Fogelman, referee number 2, J.R. Kelton. The 2 line judges, Mary Gray and Jake Linder. Some good fan support here today. The students' parents, I should say, the parents of the volleyball players are all dressed in their Cardinal onesies.
This is so much fun. I believe it is all the parents. Some kids are in there as well. Just a really nice gesture. We haven't seen it all year, so my goodness, it was such a pleasant surprise.
Good handshake between the coaches, Kelly Miller-Phillips and Brian Wright. And again, the libero for the Cardinals is in red jersey, black sleeves and shorts with white trim and white numbers. The Toledo libero in a white jersey, blue shorts, blue trim, blue numbers. And again, Toledo is in blue jerseys and shorts, gold trim. Cardinals are in their white jerseys, black shorts, red trim, red numbers.
When Rowan and I got the chance, when our good friend Rowan and Albert and I got the chance to call this Ball State Cardinal team against Central Michigan to close out the regular season, we got the chance to talk to Kelly Miller-Phillips, and she had said that although the regular season title is great and getting the 1 seed is great, I want to see this Cardinal team peak at the right time. She feels like they still aren't playing their best ball, and there's a little bit of beauty in that because now you have an opportunity to do so. I'm really interested to see how they perform today as one cohesive unit.
You really do have the chance to see it here today. Good support from either school as we are now right about time as Ledbetter comes in for Gwen Krull, the little substitution they do before the game. And it looks like the Cardinals will be honored with first service. It's going to be Lindsey Green on the orange and brown TerraFlex court here in Bowling Green.
It's been Lindsey Green to start it off all year long. 41 service aces to her name. It is 4th in the conference.
We are underway in the MAC semifinal. Ball State versus Toledo. Quick attack right side. Doesn't get down. Dug out by Snook. Tyler, the quick attack. Tipped out of bounds. Cardinals strike first.
And the MAC Player of the Year already making her presence felt. Toledo has such a great wall up front, but Tyler able to get it off the hands and sail out of bounds.
1-0 lead to start off the semifinal. Goes away, dug out by the Rockets. Far side attack, saved by the Cardinals. Tyler will try again, stuffed up front. The big bodies up front, Anna Alford was there. And we are knotted at 1 apiece.
And this is the big matchup. How will these outside hitters and just pin hitters in general do against the Toledo front row that has been so prolific in blocks?
Now back to serve for the Rockets. Another attack, this time from Snook, and she got it down. Cardinals lead 2-1.
So it's Tiffany Snook that gets the first slide action, and KMP making it very clear they are not going to stray away from that, even as good as Toledo was yesterday. Snook did have to contort herself a little bit to get it done, though.
Tyler on service. It's in. That's an ace. We're playing poker out here.
Tyler has been experimenting with adding some spin to her serve. She did it against Central Michigan and saw some success. Now we see her doing it again on the big stage.
Her 37th ace, make that 38. Carson Tyler makes it 4-1. The Cardinals are alive early here in the Mid-American Conference Tournament. Tyler, for her third serve in a row, sends it away. That one received successfully. Middle attack dug out by Ledbetter, but too much mustard on that one. It's 4-2. We're going fast here, Dylan. It's getting a lot of energy in this building.
Absolutely, and when the game goes fast, that's when we start to see teams make some mistakes. I'm really interested to see if any errors are made in the speed.
Freiberger rejected. It's Sierra Pertzborn, second team All-MAC, saying, I should have been first.
And as soon as I mentioned that, just a reception error from Noelle Van Oort, easy pickings for Pertzborn.
Back to serve is Grace Freiberger, the Defensive Player of the Year in the Mid-American Conference. She sends it away. Dug out. Set by the Cardinals. The attack from Snook again doesn't go. Cam Wise the return. The dig sent back over, and Cameron Weiss makes it 5-3. Early stretch sends Sophie Ledbetter back to the service line. Received by Freiberger. The set. Here she comes. No, too much from Pertzborn, and the Cardinals get another.
The one negative thing about Sierra Pertzborn is that she has a relatively low attack percentage for a middle hitter at just .235. Might have been what did her in for second team rather than first.
Too much on that serve, and Sophie Ledbetter records her 38th service error on the season. Got some substitutions. In comes number 7, Avery Adamski, and she will go right back to the service line. Early substitution for Brian Wright and company.
We've seen her come off the bench in the service rotation, 39 aces on the year.
Tyler digs that one out. Set by Green, the attack, too much.
I think Van Oort wanted a tip there, but no dice. I mean, that Rockets team is so tall, you would have thought that something had hit.
Adamski sends it up, 6-5, Cardinals on top. Van Oort, the set, she gets it right back. Little tap down, saved by the Rockets, but too much for Freiberger.
And when the blocking is so good of Toledo, it feels like the Rockets almost over-rely on it at times. The middle of the floor was completely opened up against Miami because they relied on their middle blockers a little too much. And then when it hits off the hands, then it's really hard to play against. It's the pitfall of having a great front row.
In comes co-starter of the year, Reese Axness, and an all-freshman team honoree. An attack dug out by Van Oort. She sets. Ashby, down she goes. Christian Ashby, only 62 kills on the season. She gets her first postseason.
And that's what Maction looks like. I don't know how Noelle Van Oort kept that ball up, and then a misplaced hit by Kristen Ashby is what gets the kill done.
Axness sends it away. Pertzborn tried to attack it, but she's blocked up front. Tyler saves it. Axness the set. The attack from Van Oort. What a dig by Grace Freiberger. Adamski, the set. Blocked up front, tipped down, point Toledo. Jessica Koslow. 8-6 now, as we will get another substitution. In comes Olivia Heitkamp for the second time.
And Koslow coming off a great game for her. Career high 22 digs when she had her name called most.
The attack, Van Oort gets it down. Cardinals lead 9-6.
And it's the first time we've seen Noelle Van Oort really on a slide, used as an opposite hitter in that sense, and haven't really seen that all year. So come playoff time, the Cardinals are still getting creative in their offense.
Elizabeth tabling into the game for the first time, sends it away on the serve. Attack, Heitkamp, too much. Point, Cardinals, 10-6, first one to double digits. And if you didn't know, first one to 15, then we'll get a timeout. 10-6, Cardinals lead. Tabling will continue to serve, only 15 aces on the year. Sends it away, dug out by Adamski, and she sends it into the front row of the seats. Cardinals lead 11-6, their largest lead of the game. We have a timeout from Brian Wright and co. It's 11-6. The Cardinals are attacking at a 400 clip and have 6 kills. When we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have more semifinal action from the Mid-American Conference Tournament. This is SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Ranked #1 in the nation by the Broadcast Education Association. This is Ball State Sports Link with Sports Link Digital Radio.
This broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State Sports Link and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, or visit victorymuncie.com. That is victorymuncie.com. All right, Dylan, 11-6 so far. Cardinals lead early in set one. What have you liked so far?
Well, I like that the Cardinals offense is still somehow getting more and more crafty. In the Central Michigan series, we saw Kristen Ashby almost play the role of a middle blocker, then used her on the slide action. They just did it with Noelle Van Oort before the timeout was called. They're still doing a great job of just giving new looks to this offense.
Tabling sends it away. Heitkamp the attack, dug out by Tabling. Great play from her so far. Now Tyler will attack. Great dig by Freiberger, but there's an error on the Toledo Rockets. It's going to go against Kelsey Smith on the attack. All right, folks, we are back in the middle of a volley that's been going on. We had some technical difficulties. Sent over by Pertzborn. Tyler tries to go up. She's blocked up front. No. Reset by Axness. Tyler will try again. And the Rockets dig it out. Near side attack. Tapped down, but isn't an error. It goes against the Rockets. And Olivia Heitkamp does not like the call, but the Cardinals lead 13-6.
Heitkamp very animated in her response. So was head coach Brian Wrighton. You know, we did have our power out, but it's because this Cardinal offense has just been electrifying.
They really have. They're taking all the power. There is a service error against Elizabeth Tabling, her 13th on the year.
You know, the announcer jinx just strikes once more. It's happened the last few times, gotten the chance to call volleyball games, say something nice, and then something happens to suggest otherwise.
What an attack from Gwen Kroll. She puts the Cardinals at 14.
Oh my goodness, that ball had a family. Gwen Kroll just completely crushed it up the middle. That might have been her most dominant kill of the year.
Almost a service ace, but saved by the Rockets. Now the Cardinals the attack. Ashby will try. Dug out by Adamski. Now setting an attack from Heitkamp. Almost enough. What a save from the Cardinals. Ashby has to free ball it over. Freiberger sets up Heitkamp. Tries to go with the trick play. And Freiberger gets it over, but too much. The Cardinals get a crazy volley point, and they're up 15-7.
Sam, all momentum has gone Ball State's way. We're in Bowling Green. We're in a neutral site. Toledo is significantly closer, just a half hour away, and they've got a lot of fans here, but their section completely silent.
Glaring at the Cardinal fans right now, up on their feet. It's 15-7. We're going to take a short break for the media timeout. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform.
We're back from the Stroh Center. as the Cardinals have an early 8-point advantage, 15-7. Dylan, quite the game so far, and the Cardinals are leading in a lot by hitting percentage so far.
Well, when you ask a head coach about the ideal hitting percentage, it's generally at about 250. The Cards are hitting at 263, so certainly above average, but you want around that 250 mark to be considered a good offensive, productive game. Toledo hitting at -9%. Nothing has been going for them early going.
See if they can attack here. It will be Heitkamp on the near side attack. It's no good. Axness now to Tyler. Blocked up front. Anna Alford and Sophie Catalano make that Kelsey Smith up front. Huge monster block, as the Cardinal PA announcer would say. It's 15-8. Both teams with attacking early. Now Smith back to serve. Sends it away. Hits the net, but we will play on. Cam Weiss the fake to Ashby. She's got a middle attack. 16-8. Christian Ashby have a first set.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Sam, but I don't think the Cardinals have looked better all year. They are playing their best ball exactly when they need to.
Exactly when they need to is right. Now Toledo the attack. That time it's Sophie Catalano, and she gets it down 16-9 in set number 1. As we have some substitutions, Heitkamp goes off in exchange for Macy Meters. First time we've been able to say her name.
I'm really excited to see how Catalano does today. The one thing the Cardinals have struggled against with pin hitters at times is the lefty presence.
Snook the attack. Doesn't go. Toledo attacks right to left. Blocked up front by Weiss and Axness. Green, the set. Weiss, the attempt. What a save by Freiberger, but it's not enough. The Cardinals get to 17, and it's 17-9.
Believe that is qualified as Cam Weiss's first kill, but it just went wrong off the hand of Anna Alford, especially after that last block. 6'4" senior. She's been great up front. Uncharacteristic from her.
Carson Tyler sends it away, and it's free-balled over by Toledo. Green, the set. The attack from Van Ort is sniffed out. What a save by Lindsey Green. She dives for that one. Van Ort sends it away, dug out by Freiberger. Weiss leads the MEC in hitting percentage, and right there, another kill. 18-9. The Cardinals' 9th kill on the day.
And that's the benefit of being a middle hitter. You've got so much more court to work with, and Weiss there just found the opening and slammed it home.
Tyler sends it away, approaching her 500th career kill. An attack from Van Ort is no good. Free balled over by Koslow. No, it's an attack from Kelsey Smith. Now it's Van Ort. But they save it. Snook, the diving save by Meters. It's free balled over. Ledbetter to Green to Wise, but she sends it in the net. Cardinals ran out of steam, 18-10 in set number 1.
I think all the issues that Ball State has had is really with themselves. I think Toledo is almost playing scared, and some of that might be the fatigue after a 5-set game against Miami last night.
Serve dug out. The attack from Van Ort, stuffed at the net. Can they maintain it? And it's sent over by Pertzborn. Snook will attack. Tried to fake him out on the kill attempt. It goes no good. Ledbetter tries to save it way back there, and looks like we have a challenge from Kelly Miller-Phillips on one of the last plays. She takes the green card.
Yeah, when Toledo sent it over on that one, immediately this coaching staff had wanted 4 touches. Coach KMP pulls the green card, and the first time today, the officials will go to review. The replay booth is exactly to my right, Sam, so we get to see what's going on. Generally, at Worthen Arena, we're a little far away, and they don't show it on the Jumbotron, so we just heard the call there from the official. The challenge is 4 touches, but now there's a really fun added element. Oh, look, we're on the Jumbotron.
We are indeed right now here at saying hi to the camera here in the Stroh Center. Quite the group we got here. Got the official using the little joystick to go back and forth, looking for that 4th contact. So that's really what Ball State is challenging. Interestingly enough, both teams are in 2 huddles right now. staying separate, but if the challenge does go the way of the Cardinals, they will be at 19. Toledo would drop back to 10. And if it is confirmed, it's 18-11 still. Right now, Toledo, no timeouts remaining in the set. Ball State has yet to use one.
And we talked about attack percentage earlier, and the Cardinals were at about 260. The Rockets were at -9%. The Rockets have now broken even at 0%. Ball State at just 18, and somehow it still feels like all Cardinals. 10 kills to Toledo's 5, and they've really just been advantageous of Toledo's mistakes, and that's a common theme all year long of Ball State making their opponent work for points, and then as soon as it happens, capitalizing.
And you look at the total attacks. Ball State just one more at 32. Toledo has 31. And again, a lot of errors so far from either side. Toledo with 5 and Ball State with 4. 18-11. Looks like we have a decision here between the officials, or they will still continue to discuss. No, we have a call. Call is confirmed. And the Ball State coaching staff unhappy with that call as they lose their challenge, and we remain at 18-11.
Much to the chagrin of Kelly Miller-Phillips, as soon as that call was made, just beside herself with frustration, as was the rest of the coaching staff.
Grace Freiberger gets us back to action. From the service line, 18-11, Cardinals lead early in set 1. Dug out, heads right over to us.
Had some discombobulation with the board. That ball came my way. Might have heard the shuffling there. That was a little scary.
That board hit our crowd mic, start playing some commercials. That was quite the experience. But now we're back to some action. Noelle Van Oort sends it out. That's a kill. 19-12.
And that ball coming our way was the first time that Toledo had really gathered something, and immediately Noelle Van Oort just snuffs it out.
You know, and that we almost had Tiffany Snook crashing into. She almost took you out like a linebacker.
Little scary moment, but had a good laugh there.
Oh yeah, we had some commercials playing. We didn't know what was going on. Our crowd mic got bumped.
Yeah.
There was a service error for the Cardinals. It's now 19-13 in set number 1. We're all good though here. If you're watching on TV as well, you're going to see us get made fun of probably.
Yeah, you know, when a Kroger ad and a Starry ad are playing at the same time, something's a little wrong with that board.
Avery Adamski sends it away. Slide action attack from Snook is no good. Green, the set, middle kill. Noelle Van Oort. Gwen Kroll on the kill, and the Cardinals reach 20. Substitution in Reese Axenis and Christian Ashby.
Just 2 kills for Gwen Kroll on the day as they're at 20, but both of them have been absolutely thunderous. That second time as well, just tattooing the ball.
Axenis sends it away. Dug out by Meters. Near side attack, snuffed out by Ledbetter. Van Oort far side attack. Too much. Toledo gets one back, makes the difference 6. 20-14 in set number 1.
And that's what the net presence of Toledo makes these pin hitters do. Kroll just tried to get it over the double block, and one of the coffin corner just couldn't get it with the speed of the game.
Carson Tyler, trouble receiving that one. Ashby goes for the kill. Might have been a free ball, but went for the kill on that one. Sent over, dug out by Tyler. She does it all. Now the attack. It's Van Oort, doesn't get it down, saved by Smith. What a play from Gwen Kroll. The ball came over, she sent it down, and the Cardinals get to 21 and lead by 7.
Sam, I don't know if that qualifies as a block or a kill, but certainly had the same effect. Gwen Kroll making a name for herself early on in this one.
Tabling sends it over. Far side attack, Pertzborn is blocked up front. Reset by Smith. Denied. Might be an error. The coaches want it, and they give it to Ball State. It's going to go against Olivia Heitkamp, hitting the net with her hand, and the Cardinals are 3 sets away from taking set number 1.
Heitkamp, just on her swing, went straight into the lattice. Simple mistake from the sophomore.
Far side attack. It's down. Sierra Pertzborn says hello. And goes from right to left, and that's a point.
And Pertzborn almost the role of opposite hitter there. She attacked from the right side, and when you're 6'3" and lanky on that opposite pin, that is a scary offensive threat.
Her second kill of the day, and Elmis back to serve. Dug out by Ledbetter. Kroll the attack. She sends it into the bleachers, and the Cardinals 2 points away as they sub Cameron Wise back into the game.
I really thought it was going to be no man's land up the middle for either side, but Gwen Kroll proving me wrong early, leading the way with 4 kills.
That one is in. Gwen Kroll doing it all, and the Cardinal fans and faithful rise to their feet as we are at set point. Kroll, the send away. Dug out. Heitkamp, near side attack is stuffed. Christian Ashby ends set 1, 25-15. Cardinals win.
I mean, how do you stop it? In every aspect of this game, offense, defense, net row presence, serving, it has been all Ball State winning set 1 in dominating fashion, 25-15. The last set they played coming into this, they beat Central Michigan 25-15. Central eliminated from playoff contention. Toledo is the 4th seed. This Rocket squad is very good and very efficient in what they do. Lost by 10 in the first set, 10 points. Could you imagine?
Toledo barely gets to that number 15 where we usually take a break, but that was their stopping point. I mean, you have someone like Christian Ashby, didn't play a lot in the regular season, obviously has been a contributor now in the late season here in the postseason, and huge block from her, and Gwen Kroll up front. Again, the Cardinals playing at an all-time high. We're going to take a short break here on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Hello. For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
As they announce the first and second all-conference teams here for the MAC, we welcome you back to the Stroh Center, and more specifically, the floor of the Stroh Center. This is the MAC semifinal on SL Digital Radio. Sam Klug alongside Dylan Budd. Cardinals take set number 1, 25-15, dominating pretty much all facets, and a huge block to end the first set.
Well, my goodness, I'm so excited over the fact that we get to sit at media row because it just feels like more. You can feel the environment on the floor rather than being kind of the eye in the sky. And you know, looking at this Cardinal squad up close, just a few feet away, you can tell that they have all of the momentum in the world. Their bench has been so animated and vocal, and you can tell it means so much more. And I understand that they're never going to look past a team, but right now it's really just one goal in winning the MAC championship. They are now 5 sets away from doing so, and that first one, if it's anything like the first one, it could be a handy victory today.
It could. We were talking a little bit off air what we kind of thought how this would progress. 4 and 5 are kind of probably what most people think. 2 pretty good teams who had some close matches in the regular season. Obviously, the first one was a set of 4, the second one being a set of 5. And in that set of 5, the second game at Worthen Arena, Toledo blocked a lot better than the Cardinals and made it much more of a closer game. And if we're looking at it right now, they have more block attempts, but total blocks are tied at 2 apiece. So if they really want a chance, they got to pull ahead in that department.
Well, and we saw that in the second Central Michigan game, the last game of the regular season as well. One of the keys to the game was for Central to outblock Ball State and lead the way and have a strong net presence like they've had all year. And Central only had 6 blocks in the game, which is a good amount, sure, but the Cardinals were right there with them with 5, and it's a stat that they've really struggled with in conference play. So I talked about how Coach KMP wants to peak at the right time, and even the little small errors that this team has had, they've still been improving upon.
The Indiana native, Kelsey Smith, gets us started in set number 2. Hits the net, but now Carson Tyler goes to work, and there's an attacking error, something rare for her. Only had one in the regular season finale versus Central Michigan, and it's an early 1-0 Toledo lead.
And now hitting at negative 22.2%. Not really characteristic of her, even though she does have 1 kill that made a really big impact and 4 digs to her name.
Kelsey Smith sends that one way too far. Coming into today, she had 58 service errors, and it's knotted at 1 apiece. Lindsey Green, co-setter of the year in the Mid-American Conference. Set by Smith, quick attack from Alford is denied. Tyler will go and get it down. Carson Tyler, player of the year in the MAC, gives the Cardinals a 2-1 advantage.
If there's any set for Toledo to win, it has to be this one. Ball State is 10-8, and that's a good winning record, but their worst set in conference play on the year record-wise.
That one too far off the hands of the Cardinals, and we're knotted at 2 apiece.
By comparison, the Cards are 16-2 in the regular season MAC play in the first set, 15-3 in the third set, and then an extra play, 7-0 in the fourth, 3-0 in the fifth. So puts a little bit more on that 10-8 record. Again, Toledo has to win this second stanza.
Cam Wise! Hello, she goes in the middle for an attack, and the Cardinals lead 2-1. 3-2, and Wise, someone who leads the MAC in hitting percentage. Now Carson Tyler back to attack. That's really the 1-2 punch from Ball State, Cam Wise and Carson Tyler. Catalano is rejected. Green will set up. Lobbed over by Van Ort. Catalano again, taps it down too much. Sophie Ledbetter can't get there, and we're knotted at 3.
And those little touches on the third attempt from Toledo, those have been proven to be killer. Noelle Van Ort and Cam Wise kind of having that tiny little discussion in a split second over, are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? Nope, neither do. Falls safely and comfortably into the hardwood, and now it's 3-3.
Sent away by Freiberger. Rejected. Set back up. Pertzborn the attack. Dug out by Green. Van Ort on the near side. Set up by Smith. Has to be free balled over by Koslow. What a switch attack from Green. No one saw that one coming, but it's dug out. Far side attack from the Rockets. Dug out by Green. Too much for Snook. And this is the first Rocket lead of the entire match. 4-3 now.
And that's where those Toledo front row players really make a big impact that doesn't show on the stat sheet. When you get a little contact on the Cardinal kill attempts, it slows down the ball and allows your offense to regroup.
Freiberger sends it away. Cam Weiss, another kill. She's coming alive here in set number 2. She gets subbed off, surprisingly, but it's 4-4 Cardinals.
Wise's 5th kill of the day, and Freiberger just had to watch it hit her leg.
Sophie Ledbetter now the serve. It goes right back to the Cardinals, and they capitalize. Ball State takes back the lead, 5-4. 17 kills on the day now. Make that 18. Van Ort leading in that department with 5. Ledbetter will continue her service. Pertzborn gets it down off the hands of Gwen Krull and company. It's 5-5. We have another substitution. This time it's Avery Adamski, listed as a defensive specialist. Doesn't wear that libero jersey. Sometimes defensive specialists and liberos are, kind of the same position, but they just list her as DS. Van Ort there, and Snook is blocked up front. Sierra Pertzborn, 4th in the MAC in blocks, and she showed why.
It's the first time this Cardinal slide attempt has been shut down all day long. Toledo did a great job against Miami with it.
Tyler the dig. Snook the attack, she got it. Tiffany Snook gets that one right back in the Memphis transfer, knots us up at 6 apiece.
And that's why this Cardinal offense is so good. Snook can't get the kill down there and then immediately redeems herself. We've seen it time and time again. Someone makes an error and then they get the kill down right after.
Reese Axness sends it away from the service line. Blocked up front by Krull and Ashby. They try again. Too much on that one. Point Cardinals, 7-6.
And with Adamski, Axness, and Ashby in it, goes to show just how important these rotations are. Toledo with the setter hitter Smith running a 5-1, the Cardinals a 6-2.
Pertzborn will try down the middle, doesn't get it. Too much on the dig though. That one goes against Carson Tyler. We're knotted at 7 apiece.
It's very clear that these Toledo hitters are targeting Carson Tyler when she's in the back row. We saw it against Ohio that they wanted to hit anybody but Sophie Ledbetter because she does such a great job of keeping rallies alive.
Heitkamp is back into the game now. And there is a service error on the Rockets. Jessica Koslow. And Cardinals have the lead 8-7 in set number 2. Set number 1 scored 25-15. Cardinals took that one easily. And now Tabling's into the game to serve it away. Rockets receive Adamski. Pertzborn just had to tap it over. They save it. This might be 4 hits. No, they stay alive. Ledbetter. Exness. Van Ort. But we play on. Blocked up front. Ashby and Van Ort.
Biggest thing I love about the addition of Kristen Ashby is her presence up front. 66 sets played in the regular season and 35 total blocks, sure, but all of them have been high volume stuffs.
Tabling sends it away again. That one's down. That was Heitkamp going to work for the Rockets. It's 9-8 now. Sierra Petersborn. Pertzborn sends it away. Dug out by Ledbetter. Ashby, the rare kill attempt, is received. Tapped over by Heitkamp. Axness will give it to Tabling. Now the Tyler attack. Too much on that one. Right from the get-go, too much on that one. And the Cardinals and Rockets tied at 9.
And we said before that this Cardinal offense has been creative. Tyler didn't even go for a big swing, just a two-handed push, and that's what the error is. You can be creative, but not when you haven't tried it before.
Gwen Krull the attack, and she got it. 10-9, Cardinals lead by 1.
Now Krull leads the way on either side in kills with 5, an attack percentage of 71.4. Third in the MAC in the regular season is her efficiency.
Rockets go for that one, Anna Alford. Now Ashby tries another time, too much. And the Rockets have another lead. Make that a 10-10 tie.
And that's the pitfall of an opposite hitter going for a cross-court kill, especially when you're right-handed like Kristen Ashby. When you have to contort yourself in a way mid-air to try and find the coffin corner, that's hard for anybody to do, even a Division I athlete with the experience of Ashby.
Smith gets set, sends it away. 10-10 tie in set number 2. Carson Tyler going to work again. That one had ultimate power behind it. Nobody's stopping Carson Tyler from the near side. 11-10 in set number 2. Ball State leads.
We heard 2 smacks there. The ball hitting the floor and then tabling right after, just smacking. It's all energy on that Cardinal sideline.
Energy indeed. We'll have to stop Heitkamp, and there's too much. Is it tipped? It is. Heitkamp gets the kill, and we're knotted at 11 apiece. Toledo, the quick response, as Meters will check back in.
The benefit of having a 6'1" pin hitter like Olivia Heitkamp is because she's tall and lanky, it means that she's a little bit of a tweener with a middle blocker role, so she's versatile, and it gives her more chances to block and kill.
Catalano the attack, no good. Tyler will go again, doesn't get it. Reset by Freiberger, now tapped over. What a save by Sophie Ledbetter. Tyler again, tipped away, almost hits the ceiling, way into the backcourt, and Toledo will survive and free ball it over. Slide action, Cam Wise blocked. We volley on. Block again at the net. Doesn't fall, there's an error. Point Toledo, and they're back in front. Fans on their feet at the Stroh Center, a 12-11 lead for the Rockets.
That could be a turning point for the Rockets. Everything went wrong for them, and then immediately after, able to rejuvenate themselves.
Meters sends it away. At the net, there it is. Cardinals knot it back up. Tiffany Snook, the Memphis transfer, gets it in. Noelle Van Oort checks back in for Elizabeth Tabling. Back to serve is Carson Tyler, the 2025 MAC Player of the Year. Barely a dig, almost hits us yet again, and Carson Tyler has another service ace.
And it's all smiles for Macy Metters there, but when you're dealing with the power of Carson Tyler, when she adds the spin to the serve, it makes the adjustment that much faster.
Blocked up front, Cam Wise. The Cardinals are on a streak now. The first time they've been up by 2 or more in quite some time here in set number 2. 14-12 advantage.
And even as they're up just 2, it doesn't feel like it. Feels like Ball State is really running away with it. They might be doing so just right now.
What a save. Did it hit the ground? It did. Back-to-back service aces for Carson Tyler, and she's got 39 on the season. We reach the media timeout. 15-12 your score. Ball State the lead in this set in the match overall, 1-0. We're going to take a short break. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Repairs and paintwork on most vehicle make.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to our conditioning, our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
The whistle blows to call the teams back out from their huddles. 15-12 advantage to the Cardinal in white of Ball State right now. In set number 2, they have the 1-0 set advantage, taking set number 1, 25-15, here in the Mid-American Conference Tournament semifinal match. Carson Tyler stays back to serve after 2 service aces in a row. She's up to 39 on the season now, including postseason. Spins it up and away, and we're underway. Smith. Catalano blocked at the net. Toledo tries again. Her second attempt saved by Tyler and free balled over. Cardinals have to block that one at the net. And we're just playing back and forth, 1 taps. And that point blown dead, and it goes to the Cardinals. Looks like we had another error, and Ball State reaches 16.
Toledo had some difficulty on that Tyler serve, as they have had all day, and then she made a great dig off of the Rocket attack. She's just been the unsung hero so far.
Tyler almost nearly another ace. Catalano tries to play short ball, and she got it. Sophie Catalano gets the Toledo Rockets back in the point column and cuts the advantage to 3.
And again, it's the beauty of the in-between between Cam Wise and Tiffany Snook, but it's little things like that to start a rally going.
What a service ace from Grace Freiberger. She hits the net, and it perfectly falls down. No one was there for Ball State. 16-14, Toledo still down by 2.
And sometimes to get a rally going, some things have to go your way. Did just there for Toledo.
See if she can do it again. Freiberger dug out by Van Oort. Not slide action, but Tiffany Snook says, I don't care. Far side attack, and she's got the Cardinal bench hyped. And these parents in their onesies, they're hyped up.
Ball State really starting to run away with it now, Sam. Look out.
Ledbetter, the serve. Smith. That attack stifled by the Cardinals. Van Oort, too much on that one. Toledo gets one back, 17-15. Set number 2 remains close as Avery Adamski will check back in.
There's still a lot of energy on this Toledo bench, and I suppose there has to be with the season on the line, but even finding themselves down 1 set and down 2 in this set, they've still been very animated and very vocal, doing a great job of keeping their players in it.
Adamski came in for the serve. Snook tries again, saved by Meters. Far side attack, that one was Kostlow. Snook blocked up front, Krull to save. Green over to Van Oort, but it's not good. Hertzborn finally gets the Rockets within 1. Long volley equals Rocket point, and it's 17-16. Adamski came into today with 40 service aces. Tyler on the receiving end. Van Oort, the try is no good. Smith, Kostlow the attack, she got the kill, we're tied. 17-17 in set number 2.
2 straight kills to tie it up. Like you said, 17s in the second stanza, and that Cardinal bench just got a little more quiet.
Adamski continuing to serve, slide action, it's Krull. This time, short one, too much for the Cardinals. Toledo back in front, 18-17.
We've seen the struggles all year long of the second set. Timeout now taken by Ball State. The second set has been the one issue for the Cardinals all year long. Even so, a winning record at 10-8 after the Central Michigan victories. But before that series, just 500 at 8-8. Really, it's been all Toledo in this second stanza, at least in the past few minutes, it feels like. And there have been moments where it's such a high momentum game, and Ball State has just been capitalizing on that. They've done so well in the grand big stage. But now Toledo, under head coach Brian Wright in his first year, really starting to gather themselves and collect themselves. And now they find themselves up 1 in the second set.
Indeed. For the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos and SportsLink program information can be found at ballstatesportslink.com. That is ballstatesportslink.com. Dylan, really, other than Ohio, no team has given the Cardinals more trouble than Toledo. Obviously, winning 3 sets in total against them in their 2 games in Muncie. And here today, they currently have the set 2 lead after the disappointing set number 1. But again, they're pushing the Cardinals to their limit.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the loss in the MAC quarterfinals against these Cardinals last year, because I think they still have that sour taste in their mouths. And it took Ball State to extra play on their home court in both of those matchups here in the regular season, and now setting themselves up to do so again. You know, as good as one team may be over the other, and as promising and as higher potential, higher ceiling as one team may be over the other, these Rockets are not ready to quit. You got to love it if you're a MAC head coach.
It is postseason volleyball at its finest. Avery Adamski, 2 straight service points in a row. That one almost an ace. Cardinals little bit discombobulated. Hertzborn, another kill. Sierra Hertzborn comes alive and gives Toledo their largest lead of the day, 19-17 in set number 2.
And it would be the second straight day where Toledo loses the first, wins the second. I think they just need a little bit of time in a high-stakes environment to adjust.
Hertzborn again, but that one had too much. She had a prime position to get another kill. And it looks like we have some substitutions, 18-19. Cardinals trail by 1. Axness back into serve.
And that's the pitfall of momentum. Sometimes you do a little too much when you get excited, and Hertzborn did just that.
That one dug out by the Rockets. Hertzborn tries again. It's a middle attack and a middle point. 2018, Rockets lead. And you can tell this team wants set number 2. And back comes in Heitkamp, who really has been a non-factor so far.
Certainly no more smiles on that Cardinal bench. But Heitkamp coming off an unproductive day of hitting just 114. Excuse me, she had 13 kills. What am I talking about? She's been great.
Ashby back into the game. She tried to slam that one home. Now she blocks up front. Another attack, that time from Kelsey Smith. And the Cardinals will set up, tapped over by Van Oort. Smith, Hertzborn again. It gets down out of reach of Carson Tyler. And the Rockets have a 3-point lead.
I think a double touch was called there from Pertzborn, and the Cards get the point. But to correct myself earlier, Heitkamp not having a productive day so far. 3 kills and a dig, yes, but hitting at negative 10%.
Looks like we have some explanation between the coach and the official. And again, that point went to the Cardinals after the Rockets celebrated for about half a second. 2 almost points there from Sierra Pertzborn, but none go to her team. 19-20, Cardinals trail. This time, a far side attack blocked at the net, but that's an error. Point for Toledo, 21-19 lead. And they bring in some bodies up front. Anna Alford and Sophie Catalano back into the game. Going with height. Catalano, Elmis is back to serve. 21-19. Toledo trying to win their first set of the match. Out of reach, the Cardinals get one back. 21-20. Coming down to the wire in set number 2.
Looks like a miscommunication between Adamski and Kelsey Smith as to who was going to get that second touch. Adamski panting right now, a lot of sweat on her face. She might be really tired, as is the rest of this Toledo squad after yesterday's game.
Ball State got that first round bye that they probably cherished last night. Here's a big attack from Toledo that's tipped out of bounds. And Toledo only 3 points away from winning this set. 22-20 lead. Sophie Catalano back into the game now, as well as Olivia Heitkamp. Kelsey Smith, Olmec first team, will send it away. And into the net. 21-20. Smith into today 58 service errors.
You can tell she was in her head on that one, just a misplaced step. She was worried about where her feet were, and then because of that wrong placement on the hand, it's going to be a service error every time.
Lindsey Green, honors of serving that one away. The set by Smith, the attack. Sophie Catalano, 23-21. Toledo, chance to get to match set point, I should say.
And there is the impact of the lefty opposite hitter. Catalano with 4 kills now and 3 digs to her name.
Macy Metters sends it away. Cam Wise says not so fast. Cameron White, Wise, keeping the Cardinals alive, 23-22. Noelle Van Oort checks back in as we have a Brian Wright timeout. We're going to take a short break. 23-22 lead for Toledo in set number 2. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
The hands are clapping here today, Dylan. I almost called you Rowan. You're Dylan. The fans are loving the success of both these teams after the first and second set, but the second set has a little more life left in it. The service aces have been a big point, especially in this set.
Yeah, and what jumps out to me is Toledo, who leads the nation in service aces, just has 2 after what looks like 2 sets, and the Cardinals find themselves with 6. The Cardinals have been beating Toledo at their own game.
Tyler almost got one there, doesn't get it. Catalano blocked up front. Another tap down from Toledo, and we reset. Here comes Van Oort. She's blocked, but it goes to the Cardinals. tied at 23. Again, you have to win by 2. The winner still could win at 25, but there's a chance we go to extras.
Van Oort using the strong block to her advantage for the tool.
Tyler sends it away, dug out by Meters. Smith the set. Catalano tries, but easily retainable for Green. Carson Tyler, Player of the Year, way too much. A rare error that brings Toledo to set point. 24-23. And Freiberger, who's a first-team All-MAC member, gets the honor of serving, but not before a Kelly Miller-Phillips timeout. Dylan, we're going to keep it right here. This is an important serve from Toledo if they want any chance of beating this Cardinal team.
Well, I like the idea of having Carson Tyler on a back row attack there. She is at her best when she is moving around the floor, not just being confined to that opposite hitter role. When they move her up the middle or to that opposite pin, that's when she's really at her best. The issue with me, or my personal issue with doing it in that moment is if she doesn't get that kill, as productive as she is, now that they haven't gotten it, they find themselves just 1 point given up away from losing set 2 and making this a 1-1 contest. And I understand that Ball State has done a great job of, maintaining themselves after second set losses, but you can't really afford to do it in an environment such as the MAC tournament, because after a set win like that, Toledo is good enough to where they can pounce on that opportunity.
Yep, they're only 30 minutes away from here, have a good fan showing so far. Again, this is a Ball State team that has lost 1 set in the last 5 matches, 2 sets in the last 6 matches. So again, they don't lose sets that often. They sweep a lot of teams. They swept CMU and swept Eastern 1 time in Kent State. I know you were there for that game 1 time. So again, rare to see them not sweeping a team. Both teams take the floor. Fans are on their feet.
I'm kind of glad they're not sweeping this team. Again, it's the beauty of MACtion showing up once more. Having to win it in extra play on either side, it's just a great environment to be in.
Grace Freiberger sends it away. Dug out by Van Oort. The Cardinals set up their attack. It is Van Oort. Is it down? It's tipped. It goes to the Cardinals. We're playing extras, 24-24 now.
And now it's the race to 26. We talk in circles about how it's the race in 5s and then in 10s. Rather than 25, it is the race to 26.
Ledbetter, the set. Barely dug out by Toledo. Far side attack. No, Green gets it back. Ledbetter sets up Snook. It's down. Cardinals arrive at set point. 25-24. Quite the run. 3 straight points, and Brian Wright wants a timeout.
Sam,
the Ball State fans are on their feet now.
Sam, this is exactly what you want in a MAC postseason game. Back and forth second set against 2 of the best teams in the conference. And now we find ourselves in extra points. It's the race to 26. Ball State 1 away. If Toledo scores, then we race to 27. You got to worry about cardio and fatigue for Toledo now. There were a couple sets that were really, really close in that Miami game, but they are proving time and time again that they can hang with the best of them, and that includes the prolific Ball State Cardinals.
And the Cardinals are also, don't really have that deep of a bench if we get to there. Obviously, there's no fouls or anything in volleyball, but if we look at substitutions, Ball State has a lot of injuries on their staff. Only really other player on the roster outside of the main 10 or 12 that will get playing time might be Eden Kendall if we get to that point. Probably won't see her today. On Toledo's side, they have a much deeper roster, a little more healthy, especially in that department. But again, like you said, fatigue is a huge important part. And again, Toledo played yesterday. They might play tomorrow. These are important things for Brian Wright to talk with his team and his staff about.
Well, and that's the concern. For Toledo, it's a lot of time in the past couple of days on the court. For Ball State, it's a season long where they've really kept the same about 10 players on the floor. It's because of the absences of Katie Eganoff, Anaya Kennedy, and Maddie Buckley, respectively hitting 325, 338, and 152 against Toledo in their respective careers. Over 100 combined kills amidst the 3 of them. Certainly some presences that Ball State has missed, but goes to show how good their offense is still.
Ledbetter sends it into the net, and we are knotted at 25. Something you didn't want to see if you're a Cardinal fan, as Sophie Catalano heads to the bench and Avery Adamski has service honors.
When we talk to Coach Kelly Miller-Phillips, fundamentals are king, and she harps about it. It's a thing from the Shondell era. Didn't see him there.
Green the set. Van Oort goes for the attack. It's down. Noelle Van Oort says hello to the MAC tournament and has delivered time and time again. The Cardinals back to set point.
It's a great play by Adamski to get the pancake there, but no Rocket could recover. And now it'll be Axness who tries to put away set 2.
13 aces coming into today. The native from Minnesota. Dug out by Meters. Far side attack, blocked out of bounds, out of the reach of Tyler. We play on, 26 apiece.
And now we go to 28. Marathon of a second stanza, and if the Cardinals can find themselves on top in the second set where they've struggled all year in MAC play, it'd be so big for the next one.
Koslow, almost an ace. Van Oort again, received. What a play by Freiberger. They just had to tap it over, blocked up front. Now Van Oort sends it over, Weiss play on. That one's down. Olivia Heitkamp gives the Rockets their second set point of the match.
And Heitkamp made her presence felt before she hit the ground, put her hands up and said, "Are you not entertained? I am here."
Koslow back to serve. Fans on both sides on their feet. Tyler to Green. Back to Van Oort. That one dug out by Freiberger. Has to be free-balled over. Almost down, but saved by the Cardinals. Van Oort for the fourth time in a row. She's blocked. Toledo takes set 2. Kelsey Smith with the block.
The entire end of that second set, the Cardinals kept going to Noelle Van Oort. And she's a great opposite hitter, but you can only do it enough times before Toledo responds and sends their blockers that way. Especially with their great front row, you just can't keep doing it. You gotta mix it up.
What a marathon of a set, as these Toledo fans could not be more excited. We're gonna take a short break as we hit the halftime portion of our show. It's one set apiece. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
And models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Welcome to the Ball State SportsLink Digital Radio halftime show for the Women's Volleyball Mid-American Conference Tournament. We're dead even, one set apiece. Ball State taking the first set 15, and Toledo taking set number 2 in thrilling fashion, 27-25. Dylan, we've had quite the thriller so far, and more to come.
Yeah, both teams are just, you know, they're playing and emptying the tank and doing anything and everything they can to come out on top. And like I said earlier, you don't want anything more from a MAC postseason game. This is MACtion. Two teams, two juggernauts, just slugging it back and forth over and over again. It's beautiful, it's fun, and we just get the pleasure of watching.
I love the word you said, slugging it, because that's what they are. Hit for hit, dig for dig, point for point. Some players that are standing out, Koslow hitting at a 412 clip so far, but Gwen Kroll has really been the main offensive bright spot, I should say, at hitting a 600 clip. They tried to go really heavy on Noelle Van Oort there to end set number 2. She's only hitting a 154 clip there. Had some times where she was blocked up front, but that's going to take us straight into set number 3. Both teams have won a set. Two teams get another 2 timeouts. And we are about to get underway with Lindsey Green smacking the ball away. Toledo, after a difficult serve, will have to free ball it over. Van Oort, wise the attack, almost out of reach. Toledo's second free ball in a row. Green to Van Oort, she's denied. Tiffany Snook had all the time in the world, and the big bodies up front give Toledo a 1-0 advantage.
And even after a 5-minute break, the Rockets still have all the momentum in the world right now, able to show that they can hang with and lead against the best of the conference.
Best indeed. Both teams have 21 wins on the season. Green, Weiss, middle attack, it's down. Cam Wise getting into her rhythm early. It's 1 apiece. Now Carson Tyler. Beyond the Bowling Green logo. Big booming serve inside the Stroh Center. Catalano, Ledbetter had no chance of recovering from that one. Got sent straight into her face and no chance. Toledo takes the lead.
And this is where the atmosphere of the MAC tournament might get to some people. Ledbetter is visibly frustrated on the court.
The sophomore libero from Fishers, Indiana. She knows Indiana well. Wears it on her sleeve when playing. Van Oort has to free ball it over. Set by Freiberger. Near side attack. Easily dug out by Green. Van Oort, far side attack. They continue to go to her. It does not work again. We stay going. Catalano blocked up front. Cardinals will get another chance. Ledbetter. Green. Snook, the kill. Tiffany Snook ties it up at 2.
And Snook, who started as a middle blocker, now finds herself in the starting role of the opposite hitter and she does a great job of having court awareness of knowing where the opening will be. Does it just there from the opposite pin.
Ledbetter sends it away. Barely dug out by Toledo. Another dig from Ledbetter. Took all of her body for that one. Carson sends that one down. What a save from Catalano. Toledo stays alive. Green. Snook again. But that one goes off the net and out of bounds. No tip from Toledo, and they have a 3-2 lead.
Unfriendly bounce for Tiffany Snook there, but the offense at just 19.1% attack-wise does feel like they're starting to get back in rhythm. I think they just needed to take a big breath.
Ledbetter, kind of a dead set right there. There's Noelle Van Oort. That came out of nowhere. A booming kill to tie it at 3.
And that's why you go to Noelle Van Oort, because she just slammed it down with such authority, put her name on it, and it went into the 3rd row.
She had a stretch to end set 2. She couldn't get anything to fall, but now she is in business. Meters has the dig. Near side attack is called in. That one looked quite out of bounds, but the call is reversed.
And here comes the green card.
No, it's not reversed, but it is a challenge, like you just stated. Right now, Toledo leads 4-3, but that ball looked awfully close to being out of bounds here on this orange court. Toledo fans, or Ball State fans, I should say, unpleased with the call too. As Dylan, we're on the board again.
Yeah, we are. I think the question here is whether or not Ashby and Kroll got a tip on that. Coach Miller-Phillips is 0-1 on challenges. If the challenge is correct, she retains it, but now with just one left, this one is big because if she is wrong, then it would mean that she doesn't have any more challenges until, I believe, the 5th set.
And that's something that's super important because in postseason volleyball, especially when it gets into set number 5, maybe even 4, you want those challenges.
The review on the Jumbotron is questioning whether or not the ball went in or out. Was just on the line. It looked like maybe a little bit more out of bounds than in is the question. There's going to be certainly some discussion going on right to our right as to what the call shall be, but this challenge has a lot of momentum surrounding it, Sam.
It does. It's early on in set number 3, but again, I kind of think of it like a 7-game series. This is game 5. This is a super decisive game. If you win this, you have so much momentum. And then even inside of that, this point has a lot of momentum. Toledo off to an early lead right now. It would be 4-3. And if you can get that and you have the serve, you'll have even more. Let's see what the call will be. About to have the mic. It stands, and Toledo retains the point, and Kelly Miller-Phillips has lost her challenges. Big development here inside the Stroh Center. 4-3 lead for Toledo, and that is 2 failed challenges. Arguably could have gone either way on both sides, but Toledo wins both.
It's not often that Coach Miller-Phillips goes 0-for-1 on challenges, even less so 0-for-2.
Jessica Koslow, the serve. 2 Cardinals tried to dig it out, and that's an error. 5-3 Toledo lead. Early success for Ball State has since dwindled. Koslow. No miscommunication there. Axnis, Gwen Krull, slide attack straight into the net, and that's back-to-back points for the Rockets. And it's 6-3 lead.
And it's the game within the game. If you're Toledo, that stoppage there goes your way, and now it's a chance for you to build momentum. Largest margin of the day for them so far.
Van Oort digs it out, now will attack. That one receivable for the Rockets. Near side attack, down, but Axnis is there. Ashby has been quiet since set 1 and is rejected. Christian Ashby, not possible there. It's 7-3, and Kelly Miller-Phillips wants a timeout. The Toledo fans are loud and proud on the right side of the court. We're going to step aside, but before that, this broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State Sports Link and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corners of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie or visit victorymuncie.com. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
You're listening to Ball State Volleyball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
The Cardinals and Rockets retake the floor. Rockets an early lead in set number 3, a decisive set. They have a 7-3 advantage over the Mid-American Conference regular season champ Ball State Cardinals. Dylan, it's been a slow start for Ball State in set number 3. They got to get back on track.
Absolutely they do, and it's a chance to do it right now.
Dug out by the Cardinals. Axness the set. Van Ort the attack. And stifled from that one, blocked up front, but Toledo maintains possession. Heitkamp the attack. She's blocked up front. Ball State maintains possession. That one down. Ball State can't get anything to go. Pertzborn down. Sierra Pertzborn with a massive kill to maintain momentum.
This is the truest test that the Cardinals have had since the Ohio games at Worthen Arena. It's one of the first times all season where you really see this team rattled on offense.
Volleyball, quite the game of runs, and it's showing here. Quick attack, almost a sneak attack. Carson Tyler has been silent all game until now. Gets the Cardinals back in the right direction.
As we saw previously, sometimes to get back in action and get some traction going, it just needs a little tip or a little something to go your way. It doesn't have to be the most thunderous kill, even if you're Carson Tyler, the MAC Player of the Year.
Tabling now into serve, and she'll send it away. Pertzborn has been lights out today. She might have another kill there. She does. It's 9-4 advantage. Sierra Pertzborn has been all Toledo so far today.
And Axness tried to gather that one, but in the sliding collection, went under the net. Whistle blows, and Toledo has a 5-point margin.
That one set too far and right down from Heitkamp. A 10-4 lead for Toledo, and their fans are on their feet. Back to serve is Pertzborn. All momentum for Toledo. Ledbetter, Axness, Tyler, tipped and out of bounds. Cuts the lead to 5, and a big kill for the Cardinals.
And as we mentioned in the open, Carson Tyler is the one that you can go to at any point if you're in dire straits, because she will pretty much always deliver.
That one too long, and point Toledo.
What a momentum killer, that service error.
Even with the Carson Tyler kill, it's still all Toledo.
I mean, it was really a chance to get something going, and then the service error just stunted all of it.
Now it's Smith. Axness will give to Cam Wise, who's also been quiet, and she's back in there. Ball State finding success, but only for about 1 kill per possession.
And the one thing that these Cardinals haven't faced very often in conference play is adversity. And this is their chance to do that for the first time since Ohio. How do they respond?
17 wins could mean nothing if they can't capitalize here. That one blocked at the net. Out of reach, and it's point Cardinals. Their first 2 points in a row of this set, and the deficit is 4.
For the sake of the announcer jinx, I don't think I'm going to say anything here.
Smart man, Dylan. Smart man. Lindsey Green leads the team in assists per set, and the stat they love most right now, service aces. Dug out by Koslow. Far side attack from Catalano. What a diving play by Tabling. And that one too far from Carson Tyler, who has not had the game she wants. She is sitting at a negative 5.9% clip. rare to see out of the Player of the Year.
Certainly, and that last Central Michigan game to close out the regular season, she hit at 46.7%, so what a margin.
Wise again, she got it. Back-to-back successful kills on 2 hits, and Cam Wise really being the offensive leader right now.
You got to give credit to Grace Freiberger for the attempt to keep the ball alive. She's so crafty in the way she gets digs and tried to stick a foot out there in all the chaos.
Tyler. There's an ace. Carson Tyler just hit our cameraman in the crowd, but that's okay. It's a point for Ball State, deficit down to 3.
Yeah, Keegan couldn't haul that one in, but it's because of the power that Tyler has.
She has another one. Carson Tyler, back-to-back service aces, and Ball State's down by 2. Timeout, Toledo.
That's exactly what you need. This is exactly what the Cardinals need. 2 straight service aces from Carson Tyler. Who else will you call but Carson Tyler? She will deliver time and time again, and even when her attack percentage is -5%, she continues to deliver in other ways on the floor. Already 9 digs in the 3rd set. It's not just in the kills department. She can do anything.
Her 5 kills put her at 496 on the season. 4 more until that 500 mark. But the Cardinals have now cut the deficit to only 2 points in a decisive set number 3. Winner goes to play the winner of match number 4, that being Western Michigan and Bowling Green State, the hosts. And you can see in the crowd already, they have some fans showing up, especially courtside. It's going to be an exciting final tomorrow, whoever it may be.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that game because for Bowling Green, they're one of the more complete teams in the conference, especially with, well, more complete, but they didn't really have an X factor for much of the year until Lauren Hovey came back, and she had 18 kills in that Ohio game and made her presence felt. She is the go-to for them, and now they have something that can tip them over the edge. It worked in Ohio, but now they face a really tough squad of Western Michigan, defending champs for a reason, and not much roster turnover there. They've done a great job in their own right. Fortunately for the Falcons, they get to do it on their home floor. So the game after this also going to be a barn burner.
So many runs in this game so far as Tyler sends it away, looking for her 3rd ace in a row. It's not there, and what a kill! Sophie Catalano says hello again, and the Rockets lead by 3.
And the benefit of calling a timeout when that server Carson Tyler is getting hot is that it's almost like icing the kicker in football. It gives them a chance to really think about it. Error was made there.
And there's another error, but this time on the Toledo side. Grace Freiberger gives the Cardinals their 11th point, 13-11 in set number 3. Sets knotted up at 1 apiece as Ledbetter, who has struggled all game, is back to serve. The set, Hertzborn the attack, out of reach, and tipped by the Cardinals. It goes to the Rockets, 14-11 in set number 3.
You know, volleyball is such a game of momentum, like you said, a game of runs, and now, although Toledo has a 3-point lead and even on sets, it really feels dead even at this point.
And it does not feel dead in the crowd, though. You can hear both families and parents and students and fans of either side. Van Oort, the attack too long. Point Toledo, and great opportunity there for Noelle Van Oort. Sails long, and the Cardinals are barely out hitting the Rockets now, which has been quite rare all game. Sent away by Adamski. Van Oort the attack, she got it. Gwen Kroll with a kill. 15-13, advantage down to 2. Christian Ashby checking back into the game along with Reese Axness.
It's the benefit of the 6-2. Even when you get a break from Lindsey Green and Tiffany Snook, now you got to deal with Axness, the other setter, and Ashby, who's strong up front.
Big block up front from Ball State gives Toledo a second chance. Near side attack is dug out again. A half set, Van Oort goes too long. Back-to-back chances for Ball State to attack, and they're empty possessions.
I think you can qualify that as a setting error from Axness. Of her 11 on the year, 8 of them have been in the last 6 games coming into today, so starting to trail off at the end of the regular season.
That one almost a service ace. Axness might have another one right here, and she does. Another error there from the Cardinals, and it's a 17-12 advantage. Ball State needs a run now more than ever if they don't want to lose set number 3. Sent away by Koslow. Set by Ashby. Miscommunication on the Ball State offense. Now it's Pertzborn, just taps it down. Set by Krull and Axness. Van Oort will try again, but she's stuffed. Out of bounds it goes, and Ball State gets the point, 17-13. That one went straight out of bounds, and Ball State cuts it to 4.
And again, it's the one negative of having such a strong front row with Toledo is that sometimes the placement of that block might just fall out of bounds. It does there.
Tabling sends it away. Sneak attack! That's Kelsey Smith. Out of nowhere from the far side to the middle, and Toledo has a 5-point advantage.
And the dump over has been killer. That second touch for Ball State is really, if you had to point to one thing they struggle the most against on defense, it's that.
The dump over, the sneak attack move. Ball State has yet to been able to predict it. Up it goes. Elmis comes in for the serve and sends it away. Dug out by Ledbetter. Here's Tyler. Lobs it over. No cigar. Now the attack blocked up front. Big block from Kristen Ashby. Second or third time she's done that today, and that's a momentum shifter. Lead cut down to 4. Krull back to serve.
And when you ask these players about Kristen Ashby, they say that she's very stoic, and even in getting a crucial block there, not even a smile from the graduate. It is all business.
Krull. That's a service ace. Ball State cuts it to 3, and the run continues as Eden Kendall hypes up the bench with some dance moves, and we got some Cardinal onesies out of their seats. Krull. Could that be 2 in a row? No. Front side attack. What a dig from Tabling. They have to free ball it, but a good save. There's a sneak attack. Anna Alford with her height puts it down.
When you've got two teams that are so strong in the front row, it means you have to get really creative and really crafty with your offense. And there, Alford just kind of smacks it exactly where the Cardinals aren't. But it's enough to work.
Sent away from the Toledo side. They'll have to free ball it over. Toledo a chance to attack. Near side attack. Heitkamp out of bounds on the Cardinals. Toledo first to 20, and they lead by 5. Olivia Heitkamp has been somewhat silent, but comes alive in set number 3. The serve by Catalano. Far side attack from Tyler, but not there. Catalano again, blocked up front, she gets it back. She'll try it again, taps it over, saved by Tabling. Axness to Tyler, blocked up front, and we play on. Tyler will try again, that one's dug out. Near side attack from Toledo, too far, point Cardinals. What a volley and what a point from the Cardinal in white.
I don't know how that ball didn't get tipped by Kristen Ashby, just inches high, and it's a game of inches for volleyball, and again, one of the beautiful things about this sport, and it rears its ugly head exactly when you aren't thinking about it.
Lindsey Green sends it away. 2016 in set number 3. Far side attack blocked at the net, but saved by Snook. Green, Tyler again. That one hits the net, it falls. Point Ball State. Toledo looks lost and like they might want to challenge as their fans seem unhappy, but Brian Wright seems to agree with Ball State.
So Catalano started celebrating because she thought it hit the pin and then let the ball fall in front of her.
Lindsey Green just sent it into the net. Quite the wave of emotions we got here in the Stroh Center, 21-17. Brian Wright knew not to challenge that. He knew it probably wasn't worth it, and it wasn't, as they get the point right back and now are only 4 points away from winning the set. Toledo puts it in play. Snook slide action, hid behind Wise, and they'll get another try. Cam Wise dug out. Kelsey Smith. Now Catalano, but Green and Tabling receive it. Here's Carson Tyler. She got it. Carson Tyler puts it within 3. 21-18 in set number 3. Coming down to the wire. Rockets trying to make it a wire-to-wire set win. Carson Tyler, the player of the year, back to serve. That one out of bounds. A service error from the Max Best.
4 service aces for Carson Tyler in this game. You would have thought there was a glimmer of hope right there when you saw her behind the stripe, and to get the error, momentum killer.
Now Freiberger. Cam Wise, that middle attack is nasty. Cuts it back to 3, 22-19. And Ledbetter will get service honors.
And amidst the chaos, both of these teams are starting to make critical mistakes that you cannot make in the MAC tournament.
Far side attack, middle attack from Pertzborn doesn't fall. Fake attack, this time it's Snook, but she's rejected. Green, far side Van Oort, taps it over and down. 22-20 now in set number 3.
Ball State starting to finally collect themselves. It took a little while in set 3, but now just down 2, we'll see what happens.
Precious points right here as Ledbetter sends it away, and that's an ace! Sophie Ledbetter. The libero from Fishers has forced a Toledo timeout. 22-21 in set number 3. We're knotted at 1 set apiece.
Sam, I think everybody in this room, in Stroh Arena, is holding their collective breath at what an incredible game that we have in front of us.
For the best stories in Ball State sports and our latest program information, that can all be found at sportslink.com. That is sportslink.com. With a minute to go in between timeouts, we're not going to take a short break. We're actually going to keep it here, as I should say. 22-21, and again, a second set coming down to such a decisive ending. Last set, obviously, 27-25, went to extras. I could see this set going to the same place.
Well, I think this might be a little bit of a bold prediction, but I think whoever wins this set is going to win the game at the end of the day. And you could say the same about Toledo-Miami set 4 last night. Yes, Miami was up 2-1 in that circumstance, so they certainly would win, but it was very clear if Toledo could find themselves, when the dust settles, on top in set 4, they could ride the momentum into set 5, and they did just that against the Redhawks. And now it's panic time for either side. We're going to start seeing more and more mistakes. The question is, who can capitalize? The Cardinals have done a great job of doing so all year, but the high-end talent of Toledo means they will not quit ever.
Both these fan bases seem on the edge of their seat, but also maybe a little nervous. Like you said, this is a super important set.
Hell, I'm nervous.
Ledbetter sends it away. Set, near side attack blocked, and the Cardinals will get a chance to attack. Green, middle attack from Kroll is no good. Now far side attack, Catalano blocked up front. Another chance, dug out by Green. Ledbetter, now Van Oort. That one's down. Ball State ties it at 22.
You want to talk about a crowd pop? That was electric. Tied up at 22 now. Like I said, I'm nervous, you're nervous, everybody in here is at the edge of their seat.
Ledbetter, that one is too long and a huge mistake from the sophomore libero. Some substitution changes for Toledo as Ball State has to make a great defensive stand, down 23-22 in set number 3. This one's Avery Adamski. Dug out by Tyler. Now Tiffany Snook, there it is. We're tied at 23.
We heard Coach Bidding yell, come on, Tiff, come on, Tiff. Knew the attack was coming to her, and she delivers for her coach, for herself, and for her team. Magic number for both of these squads is 2.
Reese Axness, co-setter of the year, subs in, and you know she goes right to the service line. Toledo sets their attack. Middle from Pertzborn, blocked up front, 3 people. That was Van Oort, Ashby, and Kroll. They read it like a book, and Ball State reaches set point. Axness behind and left to the Bowling Green logo. Moving left to right, sends it away. That one's into the net and short. We will play extras in set number 3, tied at 24.
For the second straight set. How do you manage yourself on this court? I don't know. I don't know how you can stay composed in a moment as tense as this.
Koslow sends it away. Ball State sets up their attack. Far side, Ashby. That one's dug out by Freiberger. Long lob over. What a save from Axness. Ledbetter, now Ashby. That one's saved. Adamski. Near side attack tipped and saved by Tyler. Reset Van Ort. Blocked up front and down. Toledo, a huge stand, and it's set point for the Rockets.
This is the one negative of missing those pin hitters because Carson Tyler is confined to the back row. Your pin options right now are Kristen Ashby and Noelle Van Ort. Van Ort, who has been read like a book in these late game situations, was again just there. Toledo 1 point away from a 2-1 set advantage.
Well, we saw it with Toledo yesterday. Down 2-1, they came back, beat Miami, and now they have a chance of going up 2-1. Minute to go until we're back to action. We're going to take a short break here on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Well, Dylan, we have a thriller brewing here, and that's nothing short of the word maction. 25-24 advantage for the Rockets there at set point in set number 3, and we're tied at 1 piece a set after playing 2 sets so far. Toledo has service honors and a chance to take a decisive third set.
For a conference that is not in the Power 5, these games in every sport just keep going down to the wire.
Koslow sends it away, Ledbetter the set. Now, Krull the kill. No, it doesn't count. That one's tapped back. Gwen Krull. What a play out of the junior middle.
And the 13 beats 13. And it's a great idea from Kelsey Smith to go for the dump over. The Cards have struggled with it all year, but great instinct from Krull on the stop.
Now Noelle Van Ort has struggled in the kill department this match. Near side attack. That one is too much for Carson Tyler to handle. Toledo arrives at set point again. 26-25.
And that's the high-end talent of Heitkamp. Not only is she tall and lanky, but she's able to move herself in a way that she got the cross-court kill.
Pertzborn the serve. Van Ort to Axness. Now Tyler, that is a monster kill. 26-26. What more can you ask for?
I mean, what do you do? Now Tyler's in the front row. You got to look out if you're Toledo. This game, 26-26, race to 28. How scary.
Krull the serve. Freiberger lobs it over. Easy retainment for the Cardinals. It's Tyler again. That's down. Carson Tyler and the Cardinals are at set point. And what a comeback.
And that's the difference between Tyler and Van Ort. You can go to Van Ort and eventually she'll be stopped. There's not much you can do even when you keep giving the ball to Carson Tyler.
Krull sends it away. Dug out by Freiberger. Near side attack. Heitkamp. She's blocked. Christian Ashby and the Cardinals win set 3 in a thriller. What a comeback from Ball State.
You want to talk about adversity, Sam. That is overcoming. You were down substantially in set 3. This has been your biggest test in months. And you come back, you gather yourself, you take a deep breath, you go to extras again. Again, the Cardinals learning from their mistakes in the middle of a game. Second straight time, and it goes to extras, and this time the Cardinals can redeem themselves. Set 4, and for the second time in 2 days, Toledo has their backs against the wall. You can't rule them out just yet, because my goodness, both of these teams are so incredible. This has been so much fun, Sam.
Indeed, it has. I mean, we go back early in the set. Ball State down by as much as 6 at 1 point. They got it back close. Then we're down 16-14, 17-12 actually. Later in the set, fought all the way back. They had Toledo arrive at set point, I think 3 times. They stayed consistent, won 3 straight points, and took set number 3. They now lead 2-1, and up comes set number 4. We got a 2-minute timeout. We're going to take another break. When we come back, it'll be set 4 on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Jared Matheny with Summit City Sports and Indiana Tech Athletics, a proud SportsLink alum. Go Cards!
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
You're listening to Ball State Volleyball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
It's 3 down, 1 to go for Ball State. 3 down, 2 to go for Toledo if they want their season to continue. Winner of the MAC tournament, automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, a place the Cardinals haven't been since 2021. And if you're Toledo, who also has never won a MAC tournament, where do you go from now after losing, and you had 3 set points in set number 3?
Well, Toledo is at their best when their offense is moving around. I want to see the use of middle attacks from Pertzborn a little bit more. Olivia Heitkamp hitting at just 2.9%, sure, but almost at double-digit kills with 9. She's done a great job of capitalizing when her name is called and when she is needed the most. And I want to see her get a little bit more action. She's lanky enough to get past some of these shorter pin hitters for Ball State, like Tyler, Ashby, and Van Ort, but that's all I've got.
Heitkamp has been someone we thought we were going to see a lot of, but really has not been a factor so far today. I mean, you look at the board, only 9 kills, not even in double digits. And yet, look at the Cardinals. Look how happy they are. You can tell they're smiling. That set meant everything to their squad.
Well, and you got to give your props to Carson Tyler. She's 1 kill away from a double-double, but her having her 9th means in the season total, she now has 500 career kills, or season kills. That is unprecedented from someone even as prolific as she is. So she's showing that she is the MAC Player of the Year for a reason, and unproductive so far at 10.7%, but those kills have all come in high-volume situations.
Smith sends it away, access the set. Tyler goes to work early, and she got a kill. 1-0 lead for Ball State, and that's what you like to see.
And there is your double-double. 10 kills, 10 digs. She's done it.
She's over the 500 mark now, 501. Krull sends it away, set by Smith. Far side attack, Heitkamp still can't get it going. Tabling. It's Tyler. She almost had her 2nd straight kill, but no. Catalano with the move and right on Tabling. Tabling flinched and couldn't handle that one. 1-1. Little substitution, in comes Macy Metters for Heitkamp. We got some Ball State fans chirping behind us. I mean, they always chirp, but set by Axness. Tyler flips it over, no. Freiberger, now Catalano near side attack, goes out of bounds, but off a Cardinal. Toledo at 2-1 lead.
Heard one of the parents say, be a shortstop to the back row of Axness, Tabling, and Ledbetter, and I love that comparison. You got to be ranging all over the floor, and they've done just that for most of this contest, unable to do it there.
Axness the set. Tyler spikes it hard. That's another kill. 2 of them in this set, and it's a 2-2 tie. In comes Lindsey Green and Tiffany Snook.
It was a misstep from both Freiberger and Metters. Not often that you see both of them make an error there, but able to capitalize again is Ball State, and that's been the theme all year.
Lindsey Green, the setter, comes in to serve. Set by Smith. Now the tap down doesn't work. Rare that the Cardinals are able to handle it, but they do. They free ball it over. Smith sets up again, this time for Catalano. What a diving stop by Tabling, her second of the day. Alford, no, back to Catalano. That time it's successful. 2-3, Toledo leads.
We only have 5 points in set 4 so far, and these two teams have picked up right where they've left off. Just crazy sequences early on in the 4th stanza.
And we have another game after this in the MAC. That's how crazy this conference is. Green, slide action, Snook, no good. Catalano for her second straight kill, but Tabling read her like a book. Carson Tyler, make it 3 in the set. She has all Cardinal points. Scoreboard says 4-2. But that was indeed a Cardinal point. 3-3 now in set number 4. Catalano rejected at the net by Ball State. Green, far side Snook, little tap over. That one from Koslow is no good. Snap down, what a play. Sophie Catalano. 4-3 lead for Toledo.
It was easy for the opposite hitter. The Cardinals offense wasn't in rhythm, but as to another thing I want to see these Rockets do, we haven't seen very many attempts of a dump over from Kelsey Smith. Seen it just twice, and it worked one of the times. If you want to stay crafty and creative, that's one way to do it.
Adamski sends it away. This time front row attack. Tiffany Snook says hello, and we're knotted at 4.
She's showing her versatility in the front row, that time usurping the role of the middle hitter, and now she moves back to the opposite pin.
Usually you see Krull there, who just subbed in. Cool to see both them taking those roles. Now far side attack. That one was Koslow, and it's sent way into the crowd, and Toledo gets it right back. 5-4 advantage.
And that's credit to Toledo, because with Snook and Krull there, you've got 2 middle blockers ready for it on the opposite pin. Still able to get by both of them as that kill attempt from Toledo, and it shows why they're in it. They can still take advantage of things.
Koslow, the serve, and that's a kill. Slide action. Tiffany Snook knots it up at 5. We're going back and forth in set 4. Something, if I'm a Toledo fan, I do not like to see Christian Ashby back in the game. She has been the kryptonite for the Rockets so far today. Reese Axness, too far. Sends it long, and it's 6-5. Toledo with the advantage. This time, Sierra Pertzborn back to serve. Pertzborn sends it away, dug out by Tyler. Set, near side attack. Van Oort sends it down, tipped up by the Rockets and saved. They have to free ball it over, which gives Ball State a chance. This time, middle attack from Krull, and it's good. Point Ball State.
When you look at these stats, Ball State leading in kills 52-39, 216-146 in attack percentage, leading assists by 10, blocks by 1.5, digs by 2, aces by 6. Toledo shouldn't be in this. The question is not the stat, but what you do with them.
This time, Alford tries a middle attack, but Tabling read it again. Carson Tyler sends that one out of bounds and gives Toledo another advantage, this time 7-6. A lot of kids hitting that emote in here, Dylan.
A lot of 6-7 arms waving. We're used to arms waving when the Cardinals get to set point, but
we'll just say they're too early. We'll say it's the same thing. This time, Cardinals far side attack. That one, it's Christian Ashby, and she's down for the Cardinals' 7th point. Again, I said the Rockets wouldn't want to see her, and she knotted up the game at 7.
She's gotten her number called more and more throughout the year, and she's just gotten better, even as a graduate student.
Krull sends it away, dug out by the Rockets. Smith to Catalano. Tabling another successful dig, but it's too much. She's been all over the floor, but that one left her a little out of sorts.
Now that we're longer and more established into set 4, 15 total points between these two squads, now this is really a chance for one team to start running away, and Toledo could do it right here.
That serve sends it away. Axis, near side attack. Tyler gets it back. Carson Tyler isn't slowing down. Her 4th kill of the set.
I mean, Sam, there was a point where she was in a negative attack percentage, and now she finds herself at about 18%, averaging about 240 on the year, so starting to bounce back is the MAC player of the year.
Catalano has been quiet this set and continues to do so. Green tabling, now Tyler again. Little trick attack, another save, and there's a violation. The Cardinals survive the barrage, and it's their first lead of the set, 9-8.
I think 4 touches were called there. So Coach KMP, when she wanted 4 touches earlier, now circular storytelling, she finally redeems with that number.
Green dug out by Meters. That one out of reach from Catalano, and the Cardinals have a 2-point advantage and 3 straight points, 10-8.
And Ball State wins the race to double digits. Now have a margin of 2, and it's a chance for them now to get something going amidst the discombobulation of the Rockets.
Green, Catalano, another attack. She hasn't gotten anything to fall this set. Tyler, that one, what a save from Metters. Far side attack from the Rockets, dug out. Will Ledbetter get there? She will. Free balled over by Green, who returns to her spot. The set, it's gonna be Alford. No, it's Catalano. She's dug out. The volley continues. Sent over as the Cardinals reset. This one's Catalano. Taps it over. Wise with the rejection. We play on. Far side attack dug out by Green. Now Snook gives it a try. That one's dug. Tipped up. We go. Catalano. That one's saved. The volley continues. Snook. That one's saved. It was Smith. Sent over. Everybody all over the floor. Tyler rejected and down. It got out of bounds.
There's marathons of games, and then there's marathons of points. Now you just got to take a deep breath on either side, and they'll get a chance to do so as the green card is pulled by head coach Brian Wright. I don't know what the question is, but I suppose we'll find out momentarily.
It must be any sort of 4-touch, as we were. So they want to see if there was a net contact much earlier in the contest, or the volley, I should say. But again, that one, Carson Tyler went for the kill, was blocked, but the block fell straight out of bounds and out on Toledo.
It's Brian Wright's first challenge, had a handful of them yesterday against Miami and got more right than wrong, so we'll see if he is correct on his inference.
Little update for you. Funny enough, these two teams played in football today, Ball State and Toledo. Did not go the Cardinals' way, a final score of 38-9, as the Cardinals fall out of bowl contention. And one more game, and that's the Redbird rivalry, who Toledo beat last night. 11-8 as we wait for the call. As you heard it here first, folks, Toledo's successful challenge. Everything going their way on the challenge call, as KMP, Kelly Miller-Phillips, is not pleased with that call, and Toledo cuts it to 1.
So Coach Miller-Phillips has had 2 challenges. Both didn't go her way. Now Coach Wright with a challenge of his own, and he gets the call. These challenges and these decisions have been really big, and this one ever the decisive.
With the call, we get Grace Freiberg back to serve. The MAC Defensive Player of the Year, the first Rocket ever to win the award, has also been exceptional from the service line. Tyler the dig, Green the set, Snook the kill. Ball State gets their 2-point advantage right back. It's 11-9.
And after that long rally that eventually didn't matter, the Cards were able to extinguish just as fast. Immediate response from Tiffany Snook, and they have the momentum again.
Back to serve Tyler. Again, booming serve. You can hear that throughout the Stroh Center. There's a booming kill from Sierra Pertzborn, though. We're going to play this back and forth game right here. Cardinals get one, Toledo gets one. It's 11-10 in a set. Toledo must win to continue to set 5.
And that has been the story of these sets, Sam, just fighting for their lives.
That one dug out. Cam Wise, the attack out of reach of Smith, and the Cardinals get another point, 12-10 the lead.
All sorts of errors from Kelsey Smith today. That one just wasn't able to extend as much as she had hoped, and visibly frustrated on the court as the senior.
Ledbetter, who is key in that third set, sends it away. Big set from Freiberger. That one's down. Toledo with the kill. 12-11, back and forth we go. Substitutions, Heitkamp back in for the 5-3 Macy Metters. And back to serve is Jessica Kostlow.
The way Heitkamp plays is so animated. She's such a spark plug on the floor in a game that has so much emotion.
Snook, slide action. Is it down? Error on the on the Rockets, and the Cardinals get back their point. 13-11 lead.
I think the hand had implied that there were 4 touches, but Toledo didn't even get a chance to receive. That might be just uneducated from me, but don't really know what the call is there.
Axis. Serve is dug out. Their attack dug out of the reach of Van Ort, and she seemed frustrated with herself on that one. 13-12 now. The race to 15 continues.
There is Heitkamp again, making her presence felt. Has an alarming number of kills today. She's the 3rd Rocket in double digits.
Pertzborn the serve. Ball State, front attack in the middle. It's Ashby with the tap. Now the attack, Heitkamp, but dug out by Ledbetter. Carson Tyler, way too long. Totally miscommunicated on that one. Came off the side of her hand. And we are all knotted at 13.
And the benefit of the back row attack is to have more time and more space to gather momentum on it. That time just a little bit too much from Tyler.
Heitkamp. What a dig. And there's an attack. Is it out of bounds? It is. The Cardinals get a break and take a 14-13 advantage. Man, Kelsey Smith had every point of real estate there, and it went right out of bounds.
But immediately, Brian Wright pulls the green card out. I guess the challenge is whether or not it went out of bounds. When Smith hit it, she immediately put her head up. She thought it was out of bounds. Heitkamp didn't think so. And we shall see.
We shall see. From our point of view, it looked more toward out of bounds. But you never know. Obviously, we're a little blocked by the press row table, I guess you could put here.
Sure.
We shall see. Here's the review. Oh, it might be on the line, Dylan.
It might be on the line. Got to look frame by frame. We're seeing it on the Jumbotron. My goodness, that is close.
Kelsey Smith is someone who doesn't miss when she has that much space.
With that angle that they just showed from the Nest Cam, makes it look fully out of bounds.
Ball State fans starting to celebrate. Official doesn't look like he's going to take too much time on this call. Sorry.
We shall see. Again, our guesses are just as uneducated as anybody else in the stands. We can only speculate, even with the cameras and replays in front of us.
If it is confirmed as a out-of-bounds call, what a missed opportunity for Toledo. They had a bunch of Brown Terraflex court open, and Kelsey Smith just missed the ball. Missed the floor, I should say.
An extensive look at this replay, and that camera, I would think, would be out, but again, I'm only here for speculation at this point. The official leaves the monitor, and here's the call.
After review, the call will stand.
Call stands. Point Ball State. Toledo loses the challenge, and they're down to 1 on the game, and it could become important if they force a set number 5.
And even when Coach Wright had pulled out the green card, he kind of shrugged and said, why not? I thought it was in, but when Smith put down the kill, she immediately put her head up. I think she knew it. It was Heitkamp that was the one to look at Coach Wright and say, hey, maybe you should pull that card out, but to no avail.
Tabling, serves it away. She's played a fantastic game today. Smith the set, Heitkamp the kill, and she got that one. Olivia Heitkamp on a fantastic assist knots us up at 14.
After that kill, just strutted her way into the Rocket Huddle. She plays with a lot of emotion on her sleeve, and the kill was choreographed.
Kelsey Smith made that error. Back to serve now. Sent over and led better the reception. Axness, there's Krull the kill. No, it's dug out. Heitkamp sends it over. Ashby the set. Here's Tyler. That one out of reach. Carson Tyler continues her success in set number 4 as Kelsey Smith goes crashing to the ground. The race to 15 won by the Cardinals. They lead 15-14. We're going to take a short break on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Dylan, we've had quite the game. Sets 2 and 3 went extras. They were both thrillers. Teams split those 2 sets in particular. And there's also just been so much going on. We probably missed a lot of the things.
Well, there's a lot of stimulating action going on in front of us, and with all of the back and forth going on in such a loud environment and the stakes of going to a MAC championship, Toledo looking for their first, Ball State their first since 2021. There's a lot going on, and when the game is this intense, the crowd feels a little bit more dead because there's just been so much. I mean, how do you stay in it for that long? It's hard to engage in the fact that it's been so engaging, if you want to throw in a little bit of an oxymoron, and yet we play on.
Krull sends it away. That one out of bounds. We're tied at 15 as the Bowling Green band shows up for their semifinal match as the crowd continues to grow. It's not getting any smaller.
And this is where volume kills and volume plays and rallies show up a little bit more because they just mean that much more.
Coming up after this, Western Michigan Bowling Green for the last final spot. Tabling to Axness. Now Ashby. That one, what a save from Metters. That one blocked up front. Carson Tyler with a stare down, and the Cardinals lead by 1.
It is the game within the game on either side. You have to love the gamesmanship. Both of these teams now, high emotion. I think they're conversing a little bit at the front row. At least Heitkamp is and Weiss is for the Cardinals. You gotta love it in such an environment.
Tyler is so stoic. She does not make many faces as there's a service ace. That's Lindsey Green. 2-point advantage Cardinals, 17-15.
I mean, the tension in this room could be cut with a knife, and it's not going to go away for several hours with the game after this just ahead.
Smith, that one blocked up front. Koslow gets her rebound. She tries again, taps it over, and Green says no. Now Tyler, out. Not tipped by a rocket, and they survive the Carson Tyler barrage, 17-16.
There is such a thing as a flow state, and I really thought that Ball State was going to get into one there, gather a little bit of momentum, but it's killers like that from Carson Tyler that stunt any chance of it, and we haven't seen either team get really dialed in so far today.
Freiberger, the attack, it's Wise. She's been quiet since set 2. Now Catalano, that one's down. Catalano, a big kill, and that ties up the game at 17 in set 4.
She's gotten her name called so many times, now leading the way for Toledo with 12 kills, hitting at 24%. Great numbers from the opposite hitter.
That one sent away from the service line. Green, slide action, no, and there's an error, and Toledo has a 3rd straight point.
Rare setting error from Lindsey Green. I think she sent it a little too far out, and that's why some teams are a little afraid to run the slide, because when you have a moving target, it's really hard to place it perfectly, and Green couldn't do it there, especially not in reverse.
Sent away by Freiberger. Green over to, and that's another error on the Cardinal defense. Toledo has a 2-point advantage, 19-17, and we're getting right near that 25.
And a timeout is called by Kelly Miller-Phillips. This set has just been so back and forth, Sam.
There's been runs on either side, and right now we're going to take another short break. When we come back, we'll have the continuation of a thriller in set number 4. Ball State leads 2-1, trailing 19-17 in set number 4. This is SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
This is the home for live Ball State sports, and right now, the Cardinals women's volleyball team trails 2 points in a set number 4 of the MAC semifinal in the conference tournament. A tournament the Cardinals have had immense success in. They have the second best all-time record at 39-27. Toledo, pretty much the opposite, 10-17 all-time in the tournament, no titles, while Ball State has 11. Ball State, a team that won the tournament in 21, final last year in 24, and now they look to get back there. Sent away by Freiberger. Offense has been at a standstill for the Cardinals. Cam Weiss lights it back up like a grill, or 19-18.
One of the things that the Cards do so well is when they call a timeout, they do such a great job of doing something fast and changing the pace of the game. Generally, it's an attack to Weiss, and it works almost every time.
Carson Tyler, the booming serve. Look at the spin on that ball. Heitkamp tries, but no. Tyler has to be free-balled over by Van Oort. They reset. It's going to be a far side attack, but not much there. Tyler deflected. That's another kill. It's down. Noel Van Oort gets the Cardinals tied up with the Rockets at 19, and a good run, and Brian Wright now wants a timeout. This set has had everything and more. Reminds me of set number 3.
Certainly, and again, I have to look at team stats combined. Ball State leads the way in just about every single category, but it's not about who leads in stats, it's what you do with it. And Toledo has been able to stay in it because when they do contribute, they contribute in a mighty way.
19-19 in set number 4. Ball State, the 2-1 set lead as we wind down match number 3 of the MAC tournament. Again, just to recap, yesterday Toledo beats Miami in 5. Bowling Green upsets Ohio in 4. And now today we got Ball State, Toledo, and later today, Western Michigan versus Bowling Green, the host, who has quite the support already. You see fans, you see the band. I'm sure they'll fill behind these benches in any moment. And again, tomorrow, whoever it is, whether it's either these two teams, Western, the defending champs, or Bowling Green, it's going to be a great crowd, not only because Bowling Green's the home team, Western Michigan, defending champs. Toledo's 30 minutes away, and Ball State fans just travel well. That's what the Cardinal fans do.
Absolutely. It's no matter what matchup, similar to what we said in the open, no matter what matchup it is, we are due for very beautiful volleyball, and we had the pleasure of watching 2 incredible games last night. This one has been no different. The game after this is going to be really awesome as well to watch. We have the pleasure of watching that pending a championship advance for Ball State.
Tyler, another serve. That one's down. She left the Rockets frozen, and the Cardinals win the race to 20 and have a 1-point advantage.
Just completely split it between Maters and Freiberger. Toledo's discombobulated.
That one luckily dug out. Catalano blocked up front. Has to be sent over. Cam Wise, is it down? It is. Ball State 2-point advantage, and the leader in the MAC in hitting percentage proved it.
Timeout is called by Brian Wright. For the first time in what feels like an eternity, Ball State is completely in the driver's seat.
They weren't for a while in set 3, came back, won that set. They haven't been in the driver's seat of this set for quite some time. They're there now, and a chance to book a ticket to Sunday night's finale. We're going to take a short break, but before we do that, this broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State Sports Link and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie or visit victorymuncie.com.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory.
Set number 4 action, and one player who started slow, who's been hot, is Carson Tyler. 7 service aces on the day.
And that's a career high for Tyler. And even though she hasn't been necessarily efficient at 12.5%, still a double-double with 14 kills, also getting over 500 on the season, 12 digs. But it's because of the spin. She's added that at the tail end of the season. And when we know her power, but when you add spin on that, it makes it that much faster.
Almost an 8th, but that one's tapped back. Noelle Van Oort caught it off the dig from Toledo, and we are 3 points away from a Ball State trip to Sunday's finale. Tyler continues her service. Sent away way too long and out. Almost hit the line, but the streak ends there, 22-20, Toledo with the lead.
It's another tough service error from Tyler, but I mean, there's a conversation of the value of a service ace being different from that of a service error. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. 8 service aces to 2 errors, I'm taking that every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Ashby has also tied her career high in blocks. Another standout for the Cardinals today. Set, here's the attack. No, Van Oort flips it over. That one way out of the reach. Ledbetter saves it. Van Oort will flip it over, and we reset. Pertzborn the attack. No, they flip it over. It's out of bounds. Toledo gets it back 22-21. Kostlow, who's been quiet for most of the game, a huge point. Now Adamski with service honors. Ledbetter, the dig. Set by Van Oort. Carson Tyler, the works. Carson Tyler gives the Cardinals their 23rd point of the set. And ever so close to the MAC final.
And her 15th kill is the biggest of the day. The first time she's had success from the back row attack. Great work from her.
Dug out by the Rockets. Now the attack. Dug out by Tyler. Blocked up front. It falls on the Toledo side. Ball State point. (24-21) in set number 4. Sophie Ledbetter the honors. She sends it away. Almost an ace. Set by Smith. Tipped up front and down. Toledo gets one back, 24-21.
Great work from the Cardinals to try the triple block again. It's what ended the 4th set, and they tried to do it just there. 1 point away, Sam.
Cardinal fans on their feet. Back to service, Kostlow. Ledbetter, the dig, the save, and not sent over. 24-23. These Cardinals are going to make us wait 1 point longer. Timeout from Kelly Miller Phillips as we have a 1 point difference. 1:30 till we return. We're going to take a short break. SL Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to our conditioning, our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
We're back, and the Cardinals are a point away from the finals of the MAC Conference Tournament. 24-23 lead in set number 4. They lead it 2-1. Toledo coming out of their huddle at their last breath. This is their season here, both teams. Fans on their feet from either side. We even got some Bowling Green fans on their feet. Back to serve is Jessica Koslow.
And on either side, even if you're a Bowling Green fan or a Western fan, this game has been so much fun.
Koslow sends it away. Dug out by Tyler. Set. Snook slide action. Not down. Saved by the Rockets. They have to free ball it over. Another offensive chance for Ball State. Tyler. Green. Kroll. That one's not down. Another save by Toledo. Blocked up front. Toledo sets up. Their far side attack blocked. Ledbetter the save. Green. Kroll the fake. And it's down, is it not? It's a Toledo point. What a rally. We're tied at 24, and the fans are on their feet. We will go to 26. This is a thriller of all thrillers. Koslow, Tyler, now Green, Kroll, blocked up front. They remain alive. Toledo starting to celebrate. What is happening? Smith, far side attack, out of bounds. It goes to Ball State. Set point yet again, 25-24. Both coaches on their last breath.
And to serve is Tiffany Snook, who's not normally in the rotation.
Snook, a rare server, sends it away. Almost an ace. Smith the set. Far side attack, blocked up front, saved by the Cardinal defense. They have to free ball it over. Toledo sets up. Far side attack, blocked up front and down. We stay tied at 25. Back and forth we go for the third straight set.
You wouldn't have expected anything less, Sam. This is just insane. There's no other word to describe it. This is insane.
This is insane. This is pure MACtion. Elmis has not been in the game in at least 2 sets, is at the service line. She sends it away. Set by Green. Near side attack, Van Oort. Too much for the Rockets. The third set point for Ball State, 26-25. Subs in, it's going to be Freiberger and Pertzborn. Freiberger is the MAC player or defensive player of the year.
Let's go.
Noelle Van Oort has service honors. Sends it away. Dug out by Freiberger. Good spin on it. They might have to free ball it over. Blocked down. Is it an error? It is. Ball State, another chance down the drain to win the set and the match. We will go to 28.
I think the call is a double touch there by Kroll on that stuff down. You just can't do it in a moment like this.
Kelsey Smith, back to serve, sends it away. Back and forth we go. Slide action, not down. Coaches started to react to that one. That one's down, but Ledbetter the save. Lindsey Green, near side attack, Van Oort. She's stuffed. Anna Alford is up there. And Toledo arrives at set point.
That's exactly the play you go to. You have to go to Carson Tyler in that moment. And if you can stop Carson Tyler, now you're in the driver's seat. At least Ball State has a set to spare, but still want to get on top here.
Smith. The save by Van Oort. They come, Kroll the tap over, not the play. Here comes Heitkamp. Heitkamp sends us to 5. It didn't matter with the 3 set points. We will play 5.
And now that third set, that extra play set becomes ever more critical, because if Ball State loses that, this game is over right now and Toledo goes to the championship. But because they came out on top, it meant they have a set to spare. Now you just have to regroup as best you can. And rather than the race to 25, it's the race to 15, which I think both teams are honestly pretty happy about. In all of the races to 15, the Cardinals have won except for set 2.
We got 3 minutes between sets here. We'll be back on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
You're listening to Ball State Volleyball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
We're back from the Stroh Center, and we get to play 5 sets. Dylan, it's been a thriller back and forth. Ball State took set 1 and set 3. Toledo takes set 2 and 4. And man, first to 15 here in set 3.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think both teams are okay with that because this is another marathon of a game. Can Toledo stay in the driver's seat, and for another car idiom, can they keep their foot on the gas pedal and not run out of gas? Ball State, now for the first time, has their season truly on the line.
They do indeed, and again, no team in the MAC really gave them trouble throughout the regular season, with the exception of Ohio. And now, this team is giving them all the struggles in the world, and their season's on the line.
Well, you got to remember the last time these two teams played each other at Worthen Arena, they were the 2 remaining teams that were undefeated. It was the 1 seed against the 2 seed at the time. The Cardinals never lost the 1 after beating Toledo twice, but, similar to the games in Worthen Arena, this one has gotten even better than what we saw earlier in the year. When you think about last year, exactly a year ago, Ball State 1 and 3. This is easily, without a doubt, the best matchup these two teams maybe have ever had.
After that 5-0 start, Toledo finished the season 6 and 7. Their play did not progress better than it did early on in the season. I should say that would be in MAC play, 6 and 7 the rest of the season in MAC play. Ball State started 5-0, finished 13 and 1. I should say 12 and 1. And here we go. Elizabeth Tabling, not your normal server, will get this 5th set started. Attacking right to left. They go. Middle attack, Pertzmore. It's down. First point to Toledo.
And every kill feels like a dagger. It's just so overwhelming at this point.
Sierra Pertzmore gets a kill and subs off. Now Elmis, number 17, back to serve. Toledo moves left to right.
And the anticipation is killer, Sam.
It is indeed. The Stroh Center falls quiet as Elmis hits the ball about 10 times on the floor, sends it up and away. Dug out by Ledbetter. Axness the set. Left side attack. She's blocked, but Ledbetter's there. Now Krull. It's down. He got it. She got the kill, and Ball State survives to tie it up at 1.
And Elmis had a miscommunication there with her defensive specialist, and that's just what the issue was. And when you're in the 5th set, season on the line, mistakes like that are going to happen.
Good serve from Urim Elmis, but it didn't fall. Now Gwen Krull is in the service line. Smith. She tried the trick play, and it went too long. What a miscue from the senior setter. The UAB transfer cost the Toledo a point there, 2-1 Cardinal lead.
She's been such a Swiss Army knife all year, but nothing has gone her way today. You got to feel for her.
Krull. Now the dive No, they tried to lob it over. Tyler, the attack is blocked, tabling the save, but it's too much. Toledo ties it at 2.
That's the second straight time they have blocked Carson Tyler, and that could prove to be an X factor. Have they finally found a way to stop the MAC Player of the Year? They'd be the first team all season to do so.
Kelsey Smith sends it away. Tabling the reception. Now Axness, they're going to have to attack with Ashby far side. Is it an error? It is, and Toledo gets the lead 3-2.
I think the attack just sailed past, or on the wrong side of the pole there. Now 3-2 Rockets lead.
Good call by the line judge as Kelsey Smith continues her service from beyond the line. Dug out by the Cardinals. Set by Axness. Tyler lobs it down. What a save! That was Heitkamp on the save. Catalano blocked up front, but out of bounds. 4-2 lead for Toledo. The fans begin to come alive to our right. What a thriller we got here. Smith has been exceptional this set from beyond the arc. Tyler to Axness. They set up their attack. It will be Tyler. Sends it down. Diving stop by Freiberger. Catalano again. No. Tabling. Now Tyler has to free ball it over. We reset. It's blocked up front. Huge block from Christian Ashby and Cam Wise. Cardinals getting one back. It's 4-3 Toledo leads.
And up front on the Cardinals squad, the person that's been the most prominent net presence-wise is Cam Wise.
What a Wise player she is indeed. Now Lindsey Green, co-setter of the year in the MAC. Hits them with the serve. Catalano hits the net. Does it go out of bounds? It does. Looks like Brian Wright will use the challenge, and he will. Will it be successful? Will be a lot to overturn as we currently have a 4-4 tie.
I believe it will be overturned. I didn't see that ball get down. Just on the immediate response from me, we'll get a chance to look at it.
They're challenging that the ball is in. Officials called the ball out. We shall see as the review process begins. Everybody sitting on pins and needles, to say the least.
It's nice because we get a chance right here to see the replay booth. That ball is a lot closer than I thought. Frame by frame, it looks like it's right on the line.
Dylan, would on the line be in?
I believe so. The sports differ. You know, so in badminton and tennis, the lines differ, but especially judging from how loud Toledo's sideline just got.
And their fans, everybody's on their feet.
It would give me reason to believe that that ball is considered in.
We shall see. Call goes. Official goes to the score. Now to the announcement.
Yep.
Point Toledo. It's a 5-3 advantage. The Rockets first to 5 and only 10 points away from the Mid-American Final.
And especially with less points, like in the race to 15, that 2-point swing from 4-4 to now 3-5 feels monumental.
Toledo, a team that backs against the walls yesterday, down 2-1. Backs against the walls today, down 2-1. They fought, and they got a 2-point lead in the set finale in the MAC semifinal. The serve is away in tabling, playing big minutes. Here's Tyler, lobs it over. Catalano, another attack. What a save from the Ball State, and Ledbetter can't get to it. Point Toledo. 6-3 advantage.
And it's the challenge that really started what's going on, because now the Cardinals' offense is completely out of rhythm.
Metters sends it away. No offensive action as there's an ace from Toledo. 7-3. Timeout, Ball State. 4-point difference in set number 5, and Toledo is halfway to a Mid-American Conference Final. We'll be right back on the Ball State SportsLink Digital Radio.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
You're listening to Ball State Volleyball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
Back inside the Stroh Center at the MAC semifinal in the MAC tournament. And Dylan, this team has faced tons of adversity, whether that's throughout the season, ranked opponents, even in this game. They're facing it right now.
Yeah, and not much, though, in conference play. There was the loss to Ohio. There was the reverse sweep against Ohio the game before that. And then you have to go all the way back to a calendar year ago where they lost to Western Michigan in the championship. This has been the revenge tour for Ball State, and not often had they have to come together and overcome adversity. Now you find yourself needing it more than ever. You're down 4. The magic number for Toledo is 8. Your number is 12. Whoever gets to theirs first advances to the championship, and your season is on the line. All roads point to a Toledo win right now. How do the Cardinals respond? You need to do it right now.
Metters sends it away. Ball State offense has been all out of sorts. Green to Wise, that's down. Cam Wise, whenever they call her name, has been on point.
And yet again, after a Ball State timeout, go straight to Wise and try and pace this offense and outpace them with speed.
We'll clean up a wet spot really quick on the Terraflex court. I mean, these players are probably sweating buckets. They've been going on and off the court. I mean, this is back-to-back nights of 5 sets for Toledo.
For sure, and now it's Carson Tyler, so that little movement from the trainers, it's another chance to kind of ice her.
Career high in service aces, almost has another one there, but no. Smith over to Koslow. No, it doesn't go down. Now they set up. It's Snook. She's tapped to the net. What a save from Ledbetter. She keeps it alive. Here's Van Ort. It's down. Noelle Van Ort puts the Cardinals only down 2.
Two-person touch is all you need, but that, or two-hand push is all you need, but that starts off the Tyler serve. Freiberger hit the deck trying to receive it.
And a rare service error from Carson Tyler as we reach the halfway point in the set. 8-5, Toledo leads. All the momentum on the Toledo side. Their fans are on their feet as their players return to the bench behind the crowd. Ball State fans also on their feet. This stadium, it might not be that full, Dylan, but it is hopping, and it's an exciting environment.
And that's what you love about the MAC. All these fans care about it just so much. But an interesting development, Kristen Ashby was walking by herself with the trainer favoring her left leg. And you got to worry if there's something going on with her. Maybe she's just getting checked out. But if you're a Ball State faithful, you got to hope she is not shaken up. If she is, it would likely be that when Snook comes out in that 6-2 rotation, that it would be Riley Whitlock getting the call. Redshirt freshman with low attack percentage numbers.
Hasn't played today.
Hasn't played in a few weeks. She's a promising player, but in a situation as big as this, having to come up and get your name called, that's scary for anybody.
Has not appeared since November 1st. Now the attack. It will be Snook. Tries to tap it down, but Toledo read it. Near side attack, saved by Tyler, and they get to reset. Who will they call on? Tap down. What a diving save from the Toledo defense. That was Smith. They have to free ball it over. Ledbetter. Now, will it be Wise? It will be Snook. Blocked down. What a block from Jessica Koslow. Brian Wright is fired up, and it's 9-5 Toledo. Everything going their way. Rare to see the Cardinal offense stifled like this. Freiberger back to serve. Sends it away. This would be the upset of the season. Green, Cam Wise blocked at the net. Didn't get enough on that one. Now Tyler, she says, I'll do it myself. Carson Tyler says hello. And in comes Gwen Kroll for Cameron Wise. 6-9 in the game. Rockets lead by 3 in set number 5. Still win by 2 in volleyball.
Looks like a challenge is being called by Coach Wright. Ball State is concerned as to what the challenge might be. I don't know what the review is.
Another challenge from Brian Wright. We saw multiple challenges from Kelly Miller-Phillips in those early sets, and now it's been all Brian Wright challenges.
So the question is, did Noelle Van Oort on that booming kill, did her swing go into the lattice? We shall have to take a look. And this is another challenge. Again, we thought the last one was the biggest of the game. This one is easily.
Correct, and if you go to back in set earlier in this set, let's see.
Weiss's back hit the net. When Cam Wise bumped it up, her back went against the net. Oh my goodness!
What a call! What eyes from the Toledo coaching staff to see that?
It's
that goes
great
pretty
call.
much unrecognized in most games.
It's a great call from Brian Wright, but I mean, your season's on the line. When this call stands or gets reversed, now you're down 10-5.
Yeah, Cam Wise does not seem happy with herself, to say the least.
Certainly not. And you can't be. I mean, MAC championship is on the line. And, I mean, I've said it multiple times today. Mistakes like that can't be made.
Toledo fans explode with the reversal. It's 10-5, a 5-point advantage. Toledo only needs 5 more points. Ball State needs a whole 10.
Toledo 2/3 of the way there. Ball State just 1/3. It's going to be a long road to the top, but if anyone can do it, it's these Redbirds. MAC fans making themselves heard.
Grace Freiberger back to serve. This conference really bleeds volleyball. People don't know how much of a sport it really is in this conference. Now, far side attack from the Cardinals is down. That's Noelle Van Oort. The excitement's still there. 10-6, they get that point back, but Toledo still has 10.
And immediate redemption from Noelle Van Oort, but a cause for concern. Now Tyler is confined to the back row. Your pin hitters are Van Oort and Snook.
Ledbetter sends it long as a service error is costly in these final moments. 11-6. The score now, Toledo with the lead.
4 points away from one step closer to your first MAC championship.
Something this program has been waiting so long for. Back to serve is Adamski. Dug out by Tyler. Set, the kill down, but it's dug out. We play on. Another attack. Free balled over. It's a point, Toledo. Not sure the call there, but they're now 3 points away.
I mean, this is the 92nd time that these two teams have played against each other, and Toledo has won only 12.
And a time couldn't come bigger now. Minute 30 till we're back. We're going to take a short break. This is SL Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Ranked #1 in the nation by the Broadcast Education Association. This is Ball State Sports Link with Sports Link Digital Radio.
12-6, I should say, your score here. Toledo the lead in set number 5 of the MAC semifinals. Quite the fan section here with the pom-poms, and Ball State stone cold stunned, as I would like to say. Their fans are at a loss for words, basically.
And they should be. They're 3 points given up away from their chances of a MAC championship being squandered.
Back to serve is Avery Adamski. We continue on. Takes a deep breath and sends it away. Dug out. Tyler the set. Van Oort the attack. What a dive by Freiberger. That's why she's depoy. They free ball it over. Tyler to Green. They need a kill here. It's Van Oort. That's down and got it. Cardinals get a 7th point. It's 12-7.
And Van Oort leading the way with an alarming 18 kills, but we just saw with the rotation, Kristen Ashby is back. Happy to see her in there. Relying on Van Oort heavily are these Cardinals, and she has delivered in the latter half.
Reese Axis back to serve. Just a freshman playing in these big-time moments. Toledo sets up their attack. 3 points away. What a block! Christian Ashby puts a stifle to that offense. And what a presence she has been in returning.
We thought Ashby might have been a little shaken up, and certainly didn't show it there if there's anything.
Axness continues from the service line. Dug out. The set, here they come. Blocked again. Toledo sets back up. Near side attack. Lob down. Out of bounds. It goes off the Cardinals. 13-8.
Now the magic number is 2 for Toledo. Ashby visibly frustrated with herself. It's a game of inches, and it was just there. Maybe even centimeters off of Ashby's right hand.
Costlow has the ball on the right side of the Bowling Green logo. Sets and sends it away. Tyler digs it out. Axness the set. Kill from Van Oort. Is it too long? It is. 14-8 Toledo. Match point. But Kelly Miller Phillips has the green challenge card out. Maybe to try and silence the crowd. Dylan, I thought she might have been out of timeout or challenges, but looks like she got one back.
So they do get one more challenge in the 5th set. So whether it is a block touch or not, my estimation, I didn't really see it necessarily being a touch there. My estimate is Coach KMP doesn't have any timeouts left. This is a chance for her to talk to her team one last time. Even if she loses the challenge, it's a chance for her to try and regroup. I mean, she's 1 point away from losing the championship.
We will see as we get the official word. A little bit of a quicker review. Here comes the call.
After review, the call is confirmed. Ball State will lose the challenge.
Call confirmed. Score stands 14-8. And this could be the season for the Ball State Cardinals. 17 regular season wins, 1 loss to the Ohio Bobcats. All to possibly come up short in the MAC semifinals. To these gritty Toledo Rockets. Back to serve Costlow, sends it away. Set by Tyler. Near side attack, it goes long off the Rockets. Ball State gets one back, 14-9.
Depending on the outcome of this game, this could be Noelle Van Oort's last collegiate game. I know she, as much as anybody, doesn't want the fun to end.
Wasn't gonna play volleyball after her career at Indiana Tech. KMP gave her a call, and now she's here. The serve from tabling. Toledo to win the match. It's blocked. Christian Ashby, huge up front. 14-10 the score now. Tabling will continue as we have a Brian Wright timeout. Dylan, I think we have goosebumps. This game is gonna take a couple years off our life.
No team is gonna go away in this one, and that's one of the things that makes both of these teams and the conference so good. They're so close in skill and potential, and and collaborative work as a team. And to watch these two teams play, I mean, it's beautiful and it's choreographed, and at the same time, it's just absolute madness. And we get the pleasure of calling games like this. But again, like neither of these teams are going to go away lightly. Ball State found themselves with their backs against the wall, scored 2 straight, at least enough to promote a timeout. And I don't mean to speculate, but this game still isn't over.
It's not over, although if Ball State wants any chance of not allowing 1 point, they need to get to 13. No, they need to actually tie it up at 14, and then, you play the game of win by 2.
They will have to go on a 6-0 run. They've got 2 now, but a 6-0 run to even have more sets before Toledo scores 1. There are so many things that have to go right with this Ball State squad. And like I said, there haven't been many times where they've really had to come together and overcome adversity. Tonight's a pretty big chance to do that, Sam.
Elizabeth Tabling will continue to serve. Really an unsung hero of tonight. She's been quite perfect in the dig department and from the service line. Sends it away, dug out by Freiberger. Almost had a chance. They're going to have to free ball it over. Another chance for Ball State to attack. It's Exness. Now Tyler, down. Is it down? Point Toledo. And Toledo is MAC title bound. The ride of the 25 season comes to an end. The attack from the player of the year, Carson Tyler, sails just out of bounds on the left side. And the Cardinals drop the 5th set and drop the MAC semifinal to Toledo. Their hearts are broken in Bowling Green for a 2nd straight year.
It's the right play. I mean, your season's on the line. You have to go to Carson Tyler, MAC Player of the Year, one of the best players in the country. I understand the call. I'm not at all bothered by the call. There were just all sorts of little mistakes on either side that proved to be killer. Ball State just made more, and that hasn't happened all year long.
As the next game takes the floor, quite the season. I think we do have to highlight quite the season for Ball State. 17 wins, only 1 loss. They win the regular season title, but come up short here in the MAC tournament for a 2nd straight year. Last year was to Western Michigan. And again, this tournament has been full of upsets so far.
Absolutely it has. And again, it's the beauty of MACtion. Like, the 1 seed just got upset by the 4 seed Toledo Rockets, and Toledo now solidifying themselves as at least MAC runners-up. They'll face the winner of Western and Bowling Green, and that game's going to be exciting as well. But, I mean, I do have to be a bit sentimental as this season comes to an end. This is the 9th time that I personally have gotten the chance to call this team, and they're so much fun to watch, and the amount of adversity that they overcame with their health. They had 3 really prolific pin hitters that didn't play all year long, and what ended up doing them in is they were an Anaya Kennedy away from a championship bid. They were a Katie Eganoff away from a championship bid. It was that close against Toledo, and just such a fun matchup. It's such a privilege to call them so many times, and especially this game. But you got to feel for them. You know, any loss is tough, especially one for a championship. And the one blemish of Coach Kelly Miller Phillips' career has been that trip to the championship. She's got 2 to her name in 21 and 19, but other than that, just struggles when they've needed it most. I mean, they lost the MAC championship last year. They lost the semifinal just now. In 23, they lost the semifinal to this Bowling Green team. And as fun as they've been, it's just there's an issue of putting it together when they need it most. But, I mean, in this moment, it's not a good idea to harp on the negative. You just have to look at the positive. And there was so much positive that went on this team. I mean, you had 4 players, first team All-MAC. You had the setters of the year, the coach of the year, the MAC player of the year. And is it unfortunate that all of that didn't come to fruition of more hardware? Yes. But at the end of the day, you just got to be happy that we were able to witness a team as successful as this one.
Final stat lines, Noelle Van Ort leads in the kill department. And on the Toledo side, Sophie Catalano with 15 herself. She hit 283 clip. Well, that's going to do it for us here from Bowling Green, Ohio. Cardinals fall in the MAC semifinal 2-3. They win set 1 and 3 and lose sets 2, 4, and 5. They lost set 5, 15-10. Thank you for listening and spending your Saturday evening with us. Next, not on our coverage, but you can catch it on ESPN Plus, is Western Michigan and the home team Bowling Green State Falcons to play Toledo in the final. This has been a production of Ball State Sports Link, produced by our students here. You've been listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
This has been a production of Sports Link Digital Radio.